should give into your boy. Oh, what am I supposed to do? Ignore my heart and cut you out. What am I supposed to do? You're in too deep. What am I supposed to do? I've asked myself 1,000 times. What am I supposed to do? You're in too deep. We're sitting on a pot of gold. I don't know how to get inside. Oh no, our weight is pulling both of us down oh so low. We don't know how to get it right. I can't decide if I should let you go. My heart is saying yes, but then my mind is saying no. I'm running out of ways to save my soul. So maybe I should give into your boy. Oh. What am I supposed to do? Ignore my heart and cut you out. What am I supposed to do? You're in too deep. What am I supposed to do? I've asked myself 1,000 times. What am I supposed to do? You're in too deep. Oh, yeah. wish you could come by. I don't know why, but you're sunshine. Oh, you're alright. Oh, you're alright. I'm gonna shut my mouth when you say what's on your mind. I can see the pain in your eyes. First I'm left, then I'm right. Don't know how to keep on calm. Baby, don't you tell your lies. Let me say thank you for all this time, babe. I've been loving every time I could call you mine. I don't know why I'm being the one feeling stupid. I'm feeling stupid now. No. So now it's time for the goodbyes. Everything dies for the sunrise. Oh, you're light. It's time for the goodbyes. Everything dies for the sunrise. Oh, you're light. I'm gonna shut my mouth when you say what's on your mind. I can see the pain in your eyes.
Oh yeah, I'm blurry. Babe. I was a DP for a long time, everybody. How unprofessional. How unprofessional. Anyway, shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on it. Appreciate each and every one of you for being here. Let's get into the live screen. Let's get it going. Shout out to you all. Thank you so much for being here. I love you all. It's a beautiful day. You know, the haircut looks fantastic. You know what's crazy about this haircut? Do you want to hear the story of the haircut, or do you want to see Bitcoin? Who wants to hear the story of the haircut right now, or do you want to hear Bitcoin? Tell me what you want. I'll give you whatever you want, but you guys got to tell me what you want, you know? Let me know. Look at that, volatile. Look at the volatility here in Bitcoin. Like, it's just insanity. They don't want anyone to know what's going on. Haircut. All right, so Bitcoin, fresh, haircut, and then Bitcoin. Story, please. All right, so you're going to get both. You're going to get both anyway, right? So I go to get the haircut. Now, I can't find a barber I like. No matter where I go, no matter what's been going on, I have not found a barber I like. Found this older lady. She was cool. Then she did this weird thing with my ears. I had never seen anyone do that before. I was like, what are you doing to my ears? She left this like huge bald spot behind both my ears. It looked so strange. My wife was like, what is that? I was like, I don't know. And so we were like, we can't go there again. And I was like, I know, that's weird. She didn't do it the first time. She did it the second time. So that was out, right? Then I found another guy. He's old and slow, kind of when I go back and I can see my hair is blonde. So if the lighting's not right and they're not paying attention, what happens is they can't see a certain, and then when I look at it, what they do is they'll shave and then they'll like layers on top and it'll look like this. It's gross. Like for me, it's gross. Like I want to see my hair perfectly layered. Like if this is a 2, this is a 3, this is a 4, then I want you shaving it and I want you doing a fade, a beautiful fade. Now the Dominicans know how to fade hair, and I used to get my hair faded in Spanish Harlem, and they were like perfect at it. Like he would spend like an hour doing the 2, an hour doing the 3, and like he would just like he blended it to the point of no return. I couldn't find these New York barbers are the best. I can't find a New York barber out here in Boston. They're just not the same. So I see a place called Fama today at 8 in the morning. I drop my daughter off and I'm like, all right, I'm going to go there. And I swing in and it's one Dominican dude. And I'm like, all right, finally, a Dominican haircut. I'm going to get it right. The Spanish know exactly what they're doing. They're going to line me up. And he does it. And I'm like, and he's like, what do you want? I'm like, I don't know. I just a 1, 2, or a 3. I was like, you know, whatever. I was like, you 1, 2, 3. Like, he thought I said put a 1 on the side. I was just saying, like, do whatever you can. And I was like, I don't know how to cut hair. This is what I say to him. I don't know how to cut hair. You just you cut the hair the way you want to cut the hair. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not a barber, I said to the dude. You know, like, people sign up to my courses because they're not technical analysts, right? So, like, once I became specialized in my class, in my field, I started just trusting the people who are specialized in it. I'm like, all right, you're a specialist. Cut my hair, man. Look at my face. Get me to walk out of here looking good. That's what I usually tell barbers. I know it's crazy. They're like, what do you want? I'm like, I don't know. You tell me what I want. You're the one who knows how to cut hair. Why the heck are you asking me what I want? I don't know what I want. You cut hair. It's always, I don't say it like that, but that's how I'm always like, I'm like, dude, I'm coming in here because you, like a barber should be like, all right, you have a square face. I'm going to round the top. Round and square goes like this. Or you got a round face. I'm going to square that. Like, whatever they got to do. It's like sunglasses, right? And you think, you know what I'm saying? So anyway, yeah, I'm going off on this stuff, but yeah, what up, gang? So he cuts the hair, right? And I'm completely upset. Like I'm looking at him. I'm like, yo, my dude, like, we're gonna have to shave my head. You know that, right? I look at him right there, and I'm like, and then my mom's like, yo, you can't freak out the barber, because you freak out the barber, he'll get in his head, and then hold on. I need to bring my. Oh yeah. So check it. Actually, it's gonna hurt my neck. I'll have to crop. I'd rather bring the desk up and crop the spacing. You know, I need a production crew, man, in the house, like at all times. Billy, I fired Billy. No. No. All right, so what was I looking at there? Anyway, so the point of the story is, I'm like, dude, you know, just like, and I'm like, dude, I'm gonna have to shave my head right now. And I look at him, and he looks at me, and I'm like, dude, what are you doing? So then he did it to this side, and he did it great. And so this side was looking like that. He finished it. Then this side looked just like the other side, and I'm like, yo, my man, like, and he's like, you're all set, right? Now he does a beautiful job on the face. He's sitting there with the cream, the oils. He puts a hot towel, like, dude, freaking did it, and he's sitting there like. Shit, I was there, like, he did, like, and that's why I was like, wow, this man is so detailed. He just needs to know what's going on. Like, I just need to convey my message to him. Like, and it was a battle, you know, such a battle. And so we're going through it. And eventually I'm just like, yo, my man, like, why does this side not look like that side now? Like, I was like, you gotta fix this side to look like. I was like, just cut it. I was like, I can't walk out of here like this. And I had to kind of like talk him through the haircut. And be like, all right, cut a little here. We're gonna now. And I was like, round this out. I was like, and let's get the. And he faded me in. But what happened was he took all the hair off of my head. Like I didn't want to have this haircut at all. Like at all. So like I'm uncomfortable right now for the rest of the show. Yeah, I'm messing with you guys, but it's a haircut. It'll be fine in 3 weeks. You know what it is? I'm two people sometimes. Like for a minute, I am uncomfortable and I'm like freaking out. And then the older me comes in and is like, dude, it's a haircut, man. Like, get over yourself, you freaking weenie. You know, no offense. Sorry, anyone else, but like, get over yourself. Your hair will grow back in 3 weeks. Like no one died. You know what I'm saying? Like you're healthy. Your kids are good. Like everyone's, like, you know, your parents. My dad got checked out. Everybody, my dad got checked out. Apparently, they're not sure why his feet are swollen. They can't figure it out exactly. But his heart was good. His kidney was good. He was actually healthier than we all believed. So, breath of fresh air. I thought my dad was going to pass away in the middle of the night. I'm thinking paranoid stuff. Breath of fresh air. My dad's okay. For now. You know, we're still not sure exactly what's happening, but for now, he is okay. Okay. So, right now, we got a deranged Sammy cup and handy to the upside. We have a deranged cup and handle here. It's a very strange one, honestly. But you do have a bit of a cup here. All right. And you're trying to make this handle. What we'll have to do is, see, look, resistance and resistance. We bounced off 38,500 area. I mean, that is our next bar, right? That's our level that we're going to have to use as support or resistance. Tell you, man, whoever gets through this Bitcoin craziness with me, and we end up at the end of this, like, oh my gosh, we're all going to, like, everyone thinks, oh, you invested, you didn't work for a living, but dude, you earn it when you invest, especially in crypto. Like, every one of us earn this. Every one of us here earn this. Appreciate each and every one of you for being here. Thank you for giving me your most precious asset, and that is your time as we start the show. I appreciate you coming in here today. When you come into the show, you are the one that changes my life. So I appreciate you. It means so much to me when you come into the show every day. I appreciate you. Thank you. Thank you. You know, Handle may be forming a diamond. Yeah, you're right. I'm with you on that. Look at what he just said. Look quick. Look, my students are quick. My people are quick. My watchers are quick. He's on point. Look, he just said the diamond, and he may have it there. Diamond goes in the bottom, comes out the bottom. We may have ourselves a diamond on hand. Let's take a look at the fifth. Yeah, I mean, to me, that's a spot-on diamond so far. It's got all the bells and whistles. Usually a little more wickage. But yeah, for sure. Whoever just said that, let me see who just said that. You get points. You get points for the day. Who is that said that? Possible diamond. I got to find out. Rex Gordon, man, you're on point. Of course it's Rex. Rex, man. See? Rex, how long has it been since you took your first tutoring session with me? I'm going to make you do a testimonial right now. But Rex, how long has it been? Let everybody know. When was the first time we met? I can still remember you were wearing a ball cap, if I remember, a college shirt. Can't remember the color of the shirt. I think it was like an orange, like a light red maybe. I don't know. Super chat, Phantom Ada on the monthly. +1 for Rex. Yeah. +1 for Rex. Gregory the Sniper. 8 months, I think. Unreal. And now you're calling out projecting into diamonds, bro. Pretty awesome. Pretty awesome if I'd say so myself. 8 months into trading, I was not projecting diamonds. I'll tell you that. I didn't even know what the diamond was. So I didn't know the diamond was till like 4 or 5 years into trading. Yeah. So, because, you know, I didn't meet the crypto life. But shout out, you know, I had an amazing mentor though. CBC, I love you. An amazing mentor. Changed my life forever. Changed my life forever. And getting into a trading group will change your life forever. It really will. Trip, I do love you too as well. Apologize for any issues. So, anyway, moving forward. That's the top tier prediction for sure. Oh yeah. I mean, he's pulling diamonds. But again, it doesn't say it could happen, but it's something we have to look at, and it's possibly on the radar. If you don't know what a diamond is, the diamond pattern in trading. And I love these teachable moments. I don't know what that was all about. I love these teachable moments, but the diamond top formation, you also have diamond bottom formations. You know, usually they're trying to show you at the top, but see how it's like you get this diamond pattern, usually this elongated middle, and then you get the diamond, you know? And, so that's just the diamond. It's a known pattern to reverse price action, in my humble opinion. Whether it's on the bottom, if it comes in from the bottom, it usually drops out the bottom. If it comes in from the top, it'll keep going out the top. They're showing you like right here, see? But they call it a bullish reversal diamond. Usually comes at the bottom and reams up. A bearish comes at the top. The only thing about this diamond is not placed where a diamond normally would be placed. Like normally a diamond would be somewhere up here or even up here. See, like, you know, kind of like in some. So, but again, it doesn't necessarily mean, you know, anything could be anywhere. So, looking at the diamond, yes, it's possible for sure. Wow, look at that. So that's why you don't leverage trade. You know what I mean? Leverage traders jumped into the breakout to the upside. And I'll tell you right now, this is why I'm scalping the 15-minute lately, because they've been so quick to snipe price action back and forth that I've been using smaller time frames because it just makes sense, right? It's similar to, let's just say, if you had to run across a field, like say there was a farmer and he was going to shoot you and you were poor and you needed food, but he was going to shoot you when you ran across his land to get the food. This is very similar to trading. You jump in, you jump out. You have to run across this field, get some food, run out, right? And basically, if you got a buddy and you knew there was two people, you'd go a lot faster or quicker. And it's kind of like there's more market makers on us. There's more people trying to kick us out of the move right now. So because of that, we're gonna be quicker about the trading. Right? Trading is gonna be when I'm in iffy times, 15, maybe even the 7-minute. Like I'm in less. It's like more sharks in the water. I'm swimming quicker. I'm in and out. Less sharks in the water. I might hang out a little bit and be more leisure about the trade. You see? And so depending on every time I forget this is gonna happen. At least I catch it before it gets worse, but. So 38,500 is holding, but that's like, you know, and it was nice that we got above 39, but it was like, can we hold? And then the 5-minute just completely got rejected. Was it the 7-minute? Could the 7-minute have given us a story? Sometimes it is. Yeah, see, the 7-minute got extremely high on the stochastics. Now, I don't normally get into the 7-minute. I get into the 7-minute when I'm getting into more and more chop. When the time frame is getting harder and harder to read, I go into smaller and smaller time frames. When they start making nice moves, boom, you're getting 1 hour pennant, 1 hour, boom, boom, and price is elongated. It starts to move better. You don't have to zero in so much. And you can if you want to, but you don't have to. I'm almost forced to zero in now. See, I'm forced to actually zero into the... I got a camera lens here. I'm forced to kind of zero in to the time, you know, into smaller time frames because of what's happening, okay? Because of what's happening. Renchi T, it's been too long. We love you, Renchi. How you been, my friend? Renchi, I just thought about you yesterday, man. DXY, don't stop running home. Oh, I know why Renchi's here. He's got to see his man, TCL. Yeah, everybody, we're going to have TCL on, the crypto lifestyle. He's going to be on at 11:15. 45 minutes. He's going to talk about an amazing new project that he's created, an NFT business model. I think you really want to be here for that, so I would definitely stay tuned. That's why the thumbnail is what it is. Look at that, NFT business creation with my man, the crypto lifestyle. And check him out. Check this out. I love this dude. Gave me an opportunity in life. You know, he wanted to have other YouTubers on his channel. He was traveling, building his business. He knew he couldn't make a video every single day, and he wanted to keep daily posts. So we got 4 YouTubers to come through and make videos with him, and we kind of worked together. We came up with topics. We formed a team. He was such a nice person to work for. He was such a humble guy. He was so respectful. He always treated me with, like, the utmost respect. Like, the utmost respect. One of the nicest people in the game. Crypto lifestyle, man. I love you, bro. And that's why I'd love to have him on the channel. It's been way too long. I've wanted to have him on the channel for so long, and it's exciting to have him on. So this is going to be awesome. So crypto lifestyle, man, this is the best. I'm excited that you're going to be on. You may be watching, may not. He's a busy dude. I bet he isn't watching because he's like telling you, when I was talking to him, he was on his phone with, you know, his team, his CFO. He's doing big things, and he's got plans. He's a visionary, my friends. He's a visionary. He can see into the future, and he can see things that most people can't. He also has a great attitude. He's a family man. He's a beautiful person, and I'd love to have him on the show. So he has also bought land and sand already. He owns ownership in land, and we're going to talk about that, how you yourself can be involved, how you can become an owner of the SANDBOX through the metaverse landlord here, my man, Crypto Lifestyle. We're going to talk about it together here on the channel at 11:15. I think it's an amazing opportunity for everybody, so stay tuned for that. We're going to blow your mind. It's going to be exciting. I can't wait to show you what's going down. All right. 11:15, everybody, 11:15. So possible diamond identified for Bitcoin, okay? That's on the radar. We have to, you know, keep that as an idea, right? Get that lemon water in every single morning. Bang, bang, bang. So yeah, now to me, I became very good at just watching price action. Now look, we broke this channel. Now once you break that channel, that's bloodiness, right? So heading more to the downside here. 7 minute is spent, 15 minute is spent. Let's take a look at the 1 hour. 1 hour still has a ways to go. That's scary. When you see that red of a candle and the 1 hour is just getting started, it's usually not a good sign. Usually means that more pain is coming to the downside. Let's take a look here. Let me break it down. Between me, see, I'll have different views of the same chart numerous times. That's kind of the Bruce Lee idea, right? Be like water. A water, and so what I want to show you here is notice how we have a diagonal trend here, here, and here. There's diagonal fibs that no one really notices that are also flying through the chart. You may not be able to see them, but they're there, okay? They're there. Now, here's one diagonal fib right now, and you can see how price action has respected it right there. These are called diagonal support and resistance lines. They're also called spider lines, okay? Let me show you here. Type in spider lines in trading. And what they'll do is they'll give you very long periods of time. How to draw spider lines on a Bitcoin chart, right? It's a great video. You watch that. Now you know. Go watch that video. It'll blow your mind. Who made that video? Let's take a look. Let's give him some love. Because that means he's pretty on point. Evan Aldo. Shout out to Evan Aldo. How to draw spider lines in the Bitcoin chart. Appreciate you, Evan. And he's just teaching you. Maybe, I don't know how important he is, but we'll see. I'd have to find out what kind of trader he is and all that. But there you go. And he's making some informational video. Look, 8,000 views. That gave me an idea. I should make that video. Yeah. So there you go. But yeah. Diagonal support here for Bitcoin. And it looks like we just hit it. And we're probably headed back down to this trend line. See? Now you can figure out where price action is going. Okay? And then you can see that we were in a rising wedge in the 1 hour. Rising wedges break to the downside 68% of the time. Okay? And that's headed back down. Highly likely to the measured move here to here. So you'd say, okay, well, how do I take advantage of this, Lifer? What do I do? Well, what I do, I don't know what you're going to do. You could educate yourself and then use that education to use it to make a trade. So what I personally do is I go to Bitcoin 3S on KuCoin and I make it into a bullish pattern if I can. And that's like a falling wedge flag. I find the measured move. I see that I have momentum here, right? Even momentum on the 4 hour. See how it's flipping and pushing to the upside? That's suggesting that we may have more moves to the upside on the Bitcoin short. Okay? I go to the 1 hour here, and I see how we've moved up, and we still have a lot of room on the stochastics. I go to the 15 minute. Now, the 15 minute should be getting into the overbought region. Okay? If you can pick up what I'm putting down, at this point, I make a flag. If this can stay inside of the flag, then I'm going to enter the trade only when the stochastics reset to the downside. And this is my trading style. You can do whatever you like and pick whatever trading style you like. I put an alert down here. I wait for that alert to hit. That way I don't have to babysit the trade. And what's happened to me in my lifetime is it's done this and it's done huge moves and I've missed that. It's okay. Or it goes sideways here and it makes a Bart Simpson and dumps, even though we go all the way here and then it dumps on, But you know what? About 5 out of 10 times, 6 out of 10 times, this resets, hits my alert. This makes a flag. I enter the trade here and bang. I basically preemptively enter into a trade because I see the trade before the trade exists. I plan out the trade before the trade ever happens. I try to be at least a few hours, 2 hours before. This is a small scalp, and I'm a few hours ahead of it. If it's a daily trade, I'm trying to be at 2 or 3 days ahead of it. I'm always trying to be ahead of the trade by using the stochastics RSI and setting alerts. And that's my trading style. That's what I've created. And you know what I'm saying? It may not be the greatest. It may not be the worst, but it's mine. I've created it and I own it and it's mine. No one taught it to me. No one showed it to me. I just did this every day on the live stream till we figured out. I think we did it together. I think the energy of everyone showing up to the stream kind of helped me create it in a way. So I'm going to actually owe it to the lifers. It's you that came to the live stream. It's because you came to the live stream is why all this happened. When you show up every day and you give me that extra support, that extra love, the super chats, the likes, the comments, you write what you feel, you write what you think. You change my life forever because you enter into that realm. Like you throw your energy into the ring. And then together we make the show. Our energies combine and mesh. We don't have to be in the same room to vibrate on the same frequency. Okay? And vibration is true. And we're not all as physical as we realize. There's a very, very ethereal part of us. You know, even if you just think even if you don't believe in God, you know, as I do, but even if you don't and you don't think you're a spirit and all that, you're still able to vibrate in the earth. Like, you're in an ethereal space. Your physical realm is connected through atoms. Like, you're in a sea of energy and atoms. So you're always connected to everybody at all times in a way, even if you don't realize it or see it, you know. I'm getting very meta on you, but that's what it is, you know. Meta knowledge is outside knowledge outside of you, like knowledge that just, you know, out the realms of normal thinking. Look at matter, man. Antimatter just banging on them to the upside. One of the few coins getting some gains in today. Wow, getting blasted. The bots must have ate it up. Also, if you look at it though, and this is why these patterns are crazy here on these KuCoin sets, but look, that's a rising wedge. And I talk about it, I say they break down 68% of the time. But when they do not break down, they break out parabolically. And it's kind of funny because I teach that. If you're my student, you've heard me say that many times. If you're on the channel, you've heard me say it many times. And isn't that funny? The rising wedge here did break out parabolically. Whether it was a bot, whether it was a movement, it's just interesting how that is how the technical analysis reads a rising wedge. It says it's either going to dump on you down or it's going to blast. I mean, 50% gains in 4 hours only in the metaverse. We talked about XCAD. Remember, we got into XCAD right here. Trade is still open. No reason to close the trade. On my way to the target. If you yourself got into XCAD, congratulations. If you figured out how to trade this, if you made your pattern, if you saw, and again, this too was also in what is called a rising wedge, right? And so the rising wedge is ready like this, bang, bang. You see that? You could also call it kind of a bullish rectangle, but to me, no, rising wedge. I also kind of felt like it broke out. It tried to retest, fell back into the pattern, bounced off that movement. What made me want to get into this? Well, the 1 hour was extremely oversold at entry. The MACD was turning and the RSI was low, okay? There was also, look, hidden bullish divergence. Swing up to swing up and a swing down to swing down on the RSI. That tells me that the trend will continue to the upside 9 out of 10 times when I identify that set, that set right there. I draw a circle and I say price action will end up higher than the higher low. Now, sometimes I've seen it end up down here after all the craziness, and anything is possible. But what does happen is price action ends up higher than the higher low. Check YouTube live. Check your YouTube live video, please. You will see the glitch in the screen. We can't see. There is a cut in the pixels. I think he's bugging. So I'm going to move on, right? There's a cut in the pixels. Let me see. I see it. He's right. He's right. There's a cut in the pixel. What is that? What is that? What is that? 100%. I see it too. Amazing that you saw that. Thank you. You know why I'm doing too much at once, man? I'm doing too much at once. I'm trying to do a setup. I don't know what that is. You're the man, dude, for saying that. I got to identify that layer right now and see why it's doing that. And I have so many things I'm trying to do today. I can't just delete a layer. It's weird. Why is that? I see it too. I should just be able to eventually click on that layer until it shows me what is doing that. You know what I'll do is I'll just, there we go. All right, on the fly. I lost my ticker though, but it's all good. I lost the ticker for today, but it's all good, man. I could get it back up if I did a bunch of stuff, but it's more important that we keep the show moving. So, XCAD, thank you so much for saying that. You're the man, dude. No. He was spot on. He told me it was my streaming thing. He knew what it was. Like it wasn't YouTube. It was a layering issue. I had some layer wrong. You know what I'm saying? Some layer is adjustment on some split layer or something like that. Morning Lifer and Lifers, can we look at EXRD? Yeah, for sure. Crypto Rambler. Anytime, man. Thank you for the $5 super chat. Much respect to you and yours. Big up. Maybe the cache is full. Yeah, we got to turn off the Slack's now making noise and distracting me. So I got to, when we do this next time, we got to make sure I turn Slack off. All right? So just, we could maybe don't use Slack. Use Telegram because I won't hear it for now. Just for now, please. Switch back to Telegram. I don't want to hear that sound anymore. It's bugging me out. It's getting in my head. Thank you, if you're hearing me. Okay, let's take a look at EXRD. So I just want to point this out. We have broken resistance on XCAD. We've talked about it. It's the most bullish thing in the game. We've been all over it. Rising wedges break up parabolically. So far, we're getting the move. We are going to eventually get some type of rejection soon when the 1 hour completes that movement up. But we got a little more momentum. And, you know, the measured move is all the way to 572. There's a chance that we get there on this next pump, on this initial pump, but we may end up getting a flag first before we make it. And you never know. You could dump all the way to the downside. The daily is getting spent, so that's something you have to watch. Like, I would probably start taking profits around here, or I'd wait for that 1 hour to finish its movement, and then I would exit the trade personally. It's also, look, 1, 2, 3, 4. It's had like 7 nice big days with only 2 red days. It's been on a nice pump on that daily. And again, look at daily stochastics. As simple as ooh, I don't hear it anymore. As simple as this, look, boom to boom, right? Like a high to low there. So buy in and a buy out. And I use the stochastics RSI in this manner. Look, the same thing here. It could have got in here and would have bought, could have sold there or there. And simply all you would have to know how to do was use the stochastics RSI. And if you wanted, you can then add your, and also know how to pattern trade, which that's a falling wedge that breaks up 68% of the time. This is a falling wedge that breaks up 68% of the time. Right here was a shoulder, head, and a shoulder. If I zoom into you and show you the inverted head and shoulder. Too many people are playing games. They don't want to do the studying. They don't realize that all you have to do is study. And if you know your science, you'll get to the gold. So look, here's your shoulder, here's your head, and there's your shoulder. That was an inverted head and shoulder that 68% of the time will break to the upside. Yet another complex right shoulder there, but bang, measured move out of this would be the length here. You'd swing that on up, and there's your movement to the upside. What I also noticed about an inverted head and shoulder most of the time, it's also an ascending triangle, but it took me 3 years to figure that one out. And look, there's your ascending triangle, 50% split, but bang. Then the falling wedge breaks out. You got 3 patterns in there that are all conveying ideas of some type of bullishness. And then you get the breakout to the upside. So it's not a coincidence, is it? Then you want your measured move. You would actually take the top of this. I would even, I've been going back and forth, but honestly, see this wick? You take that wick all the way to the lowest price action, which is there. I believe that's how the bots are doing it. I started to try to, figure it out. And then if you swing that, right to there, how crazy is that? That's pretty exactly where the bots even wicked you to. So by using this wick and going all the way down to the low price action here and gaining that as my range, swinging it here, I get the measured move. Now, no one taught me that. I was taught by like all the traditional guys to do this, They'll teach you just this. And they'll, I think that's good enough. And honestly, some people don't like good enough. Some people want excellence. And I get it. You could get even better. But again, I usually exit the trade there anyway to be safe. So, you know what I'm saying? I don't think there's anything wrong with that. Like, I think the traditional way is fine too, if that's how you were taught. I tend to bend the rules a little bit. I tend to go my own way. You know what I'm saying? I tend to go my own way. You expect me to use my brain? Let me boot it up. Ugh. Yep. Is TCL in the house, guys? What's up, lifers? Good to be here. TCL will be here at 11:15. 11:15. TCL will be here. No worries. Okay, bang, bang, bang. Yeah. I wonder if I can pull it off, too. I don't even know. I'm like freaking out because I'm going to have to do like a bunch of movement here to get it going, but I think I can get it done. But it's going to be tough. It's going to be tough. Different day for me for sure. All right. So we will talk for like a half an hour or two. You expect me to use my brain all the time, man. All the time. Let's take a look at Super Chats. Phantom, ADA on the monthly, and EXRD. Let's move into EXRD USDT here. Radix, right? Radix. Let's take a look at what's happening with Radix. So I have it in this beautiful kind of cup and handle-esque, but it's also in this It's kind of a descending triangle, kind of a bearish pattern, but at the same time, look, low, higher low, and a third higher low in a row. So as long as it can hold this zone, in my humble opinion, this trade is still valid that I have here, that I've talked about, right? I own a big old bag of this, you know what I'm saying? So, okay, just want to be very honest with everybody. I'm down in the bag too. I bought a lot of it. I dollar cost average into it, so I'm not down too bad. And I'm thinking of maybe just scooping up a little more to even me out at this 12 region. But the market just isn't. I'm not loving the market right now. I'll be honest. I explain what I do when I do it, and see how this is starting to look a little like this. See that? They look very similar to me. These kind of, and the last time we had a massive move to the upside. It was absolutely insane. I actually talked about EXRD here at 9 cents, 10 cents, 11 cents, and this thing would skyrocket to the upside. No one was talking about it. And so I said, everyone, like, look at this coin. Like, nobody's talking about this thing. And it would boom to the upside, like, unbelievably. Like, it was insane. I still remember, it's one of my great, I mean, I've made many, many calls, so I could say, but it's one of the fastest calls that I ever made that played out. That's what it is. So, like, maybe, you know, because there's a lot of good calls here. But, so here, you can see, like, I'm posting here on 10/20/2021. EXRD, right? Heard a big YouTuber will make a video about it. That's what I heard through the grapevine, right? And then it said, remember, nobody knows about this coin. Like, nobody was talking about it. And look at this, bang, bang. It went right, it would boom, like, a day later and hit that, look, 79% gains. Erratics for 80. And then this thing would just, when it would, look at it, it would just keep going. Look, 330% gains. And look, we were buying right there. This is the type of thing that happens in my channel all the time. Like, this was a year ago. Like, so we've been doing this now for, this was like even longer. Wait, this is 11/8/2021. All right, not a year ago, but as we wrap back to 2021. But we've been doing it for a long time. We have a beautiful track record here of finding coins that nobody knows about, that putting the TA on it, and then just absolutely nailing it, right? And EXRD moving again, like, it was just, and look how many times I talked about EXRD. So again, and I personally like the project a lot. It could be one of the fastest transaction per second than any other coin in the game. And once it really starts to rock, I think it's gonna have, it already has a play to earn. It has NFTs, stuff like that. I believe you're gonna hear that name, Erratics, more than you ever heard before. But it's a sleeping giant right now that nobody really knows about. It's been on my radar for a while now. And again, it could go to zero and I may be speculating. But I've done the math. I like the team. I like the tech. And I stand behind Erratics, and we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. This is what I usually do. I pick a coin nobody really knows about that I'm really, you know, and I DCA into it. I hold it for 2 or 3 years, and I make a 5, 10, 20x, and then I go on with my day, you know. And I've done it 70-80% of the kings that I've done have made it up to the upside, then down to the downside. So I expect it to happen now. So I'm kind of spoiled. So if it doesn't happen, I'll be like, I was wrong, you know. But again, I'm ready to be wrong if I'm wrong too as well. So SUTER, I like SUTER. I like the tech behind it. All right, I like the tech behind it. Had it in this kind of, you know, falling wedge. It did do the retest, and it bounced up pretty nicely. You can see here, 25% gains in total off a wick, you know, but gave it all back too with the Bitcoin slumpery. Right, 4 hours oversold on this though, and it's trying to hold the level. So you can see it did it before. It did the same thing before. It hit a level, and then just was gone. Can it do it before? Is it doing a giant double bottom? There's a chance. If this is a giant double bottom, if it is, because it could be, you're looking at something like this, right? And then the measured move here is going to be the length here to here, all the way up to the upside. Everybody, please pray for the channel and pray for me. There is an evil force at work right now trying to do some devilish things to me. And, yeah, I just need all the prayer of God around me, and I need everybody to pray for the life or so. Dear Lord, please bless everyone on this channel. Please bless the whole world. Please get everyone who's in Shaitan away from sin. Anyone who has an evil thought right now, please explain to them through some beautiful word or nature or action that going that way will only not serve them, but it will hurt them. Please keep me whole and keep me right, and please protect this channel. Amen. Thank you. So look, XDC has been on my radar as well. Kind of moves with the kind of behind the scenes payment network of the whole Stellar Lumens and XLM. So, and XRP. So just something to think about is XDC. I like XDC. Zcoin, right? Basically hit a bottom, tried to make a bit of a move there. Nothing really to write home about. We got stopped out easily. Look at that, because coin's just not respecting support and resistance, but that's why the stop is simple. 5% stop loss, we move on, right? That's why you risk 5 to get 3. If you trade this 10 times and you lose 7 out of 10 of the trades, you lose 7 times 5, 35%. But if you win 3 trades, you win 3 times 38, right? 3 times 8 is 24. 3 times 30 is 90. That's 114% gains. So only have to win this trade 3 out of 10 times to be very, very profitable, right? And because then you do the math. 7 times 5 is 35. 3 times 38 is 114, right? And let's make sure that's correct. Yeah. So, and 114 minus 35, right, is you're sitting at 69 or 71, right? So, bang. 71% gains for the win, right? So, it just 114, right, minus the 35. Sorry. What? You get your 79. So, the point of the story, right, is you only have to win 3 out of 10 trades to be a profitable trader. Most people go, what? I thought these traders won every single time, and you guys knew everything, and it was like perfect every day, and it was just like, but it's not. It's not like that. It's not like that at all, actually. So, OPCT. Yeah, you know me. You know what I'm saying? And I'd be cautious trading anything at the moment based on what's going down with Bitcoin. Bitcoin is very sketch. You could try to pinpoint this into a symmetrical triangle, 50% either way. The only thing about this thing loves to beat up on Bitcoin. Like whenever Bitcoin starts to get kind of bad, I always see OPCT just make a big move against it. It's funny. It's like I think a bunch of traders like to trade against Bitcoin with it. It's interesting, right? Another thing you want to do, right, is we're going to take a look at the BTC pairs. We want to see what's holding up against BTC. I'm going to give you a quick little cool guide here. You're going to go to Sandwich Finance. Okay, you're going to go down here. You're going to go to BTC Markets for KuCoin. You're going to download that, okay? You're going to save that to a nice space on your drive. You're going to download that. All right. You're then going to go back on over to here, and you're going to click on these 3 dots, and you're going to hit Import List. And you're going to find that BTC pair, and you're going to hit Open. All right. And now, look, I have every BTC pair in the game on KuCoin. And you can see what's beating up on Bitcoin. Like, look at this. MSWAP is up 100%. Pretty funny, right? I mean, look, it's at the money swap. I mean, I wouldn't, that looks really sketch. But again, right? Co-vesting just made a big blast up against Bitcoin. Interesting. So while Bitcoin drops, and this could have just held its level when Bitcoin drops. So it looks like it's beating up on Bitcoin. You get it? TOMO's up. Look at that. TOMO just banging on Bitcoin. It's interesting. So these are the strong coins that I will play for the next few days or, until I see differences in the market. And I will trade against Bitcoin to gain more Bitcoin. I always keep a Bitcoin stash to trade with on an exchange so that I can trade Bitcoin for more Bitcoin. Very simple, right? And you're kind of seeing what's going on. And there's my baby OPCT. Just like I said, like you couldn't see it there, but eventually it did get the move here. And I was looking at, remember we called this before, a breakout here. And look, we nailed it. We nailed it for like 60% gains against Bitcoin. See that, 65? I remember putting this trade out before it popped. It would pop for big gains. Now let's see if we can recreate the chart here. We got a longer kind of, see, we got this going on now. Chance that you got this upward trend and bottom trend colliding. And again, it's not your traditional pattern, but I've seen these break out to the upside many, many times in my life. Here on the channel, I've seen them break out. So someone could tell you whatever they want about TA. If you do it every day and you have a system, even if someone doesn't understand your system or they say it's not traditional or they go, if you know how to make money out of the markets and you use your system, it is what it is. I mean, this pattern isn't too valid. I would more than likely try to just put it in this. It's more like this. It's in this rising channel. And the idea is that this will break back to the upside at the top of the channel. Then when you go into the smaller time frames, you can kind of break it into here that you're in this falling wedge. This falling wedge will break to the upside 68% of the time. So now you're looking at, you identified a possible trade. Look at the daily. Is the daily in your favor and oversold? It is. So like this actually might be, this is something I would look at. And this is how I deep dive for my trades. I go against the grain, right? And look, another possible 60% gains coming out of this. If 2-3 weeks from now, you see this thing pop up 60% against Bitcoin, it won't be a coincidence. It's happened a few times. Look, it happened here. Look, last 2 times, this was low on the daily. Right here, okay? It was in a falling wedge, and it broke up to the upside. This is why times like these, when Bitcoin's dumping and flumping, it's good that we don't have as many super chats, because I don't mind it, because this is when you guys want to listen. And no offense, this is when you want to hear what I have to say a little more than normal days, because you want to know how to find a trade when the market is not in the, like, you want to know how to, everyone can go find a trade. It's basically everyone can pick up a chick at the beach. Yeah, I shouldn't say it like that, but you know what I mean? Like, every guy, like, and what I know in a metaphor like that, if you're a woman, like, what it means is, like, it's easier when there's more opportunity for anyone, right? What differentiates, like, a very elite trader, someone who can deep dive and find an opportunity when the market doesn't present that many opportunities, and you can still find, and look, so like now I'm looking, I'm like, well, Bitcoin can dump, but I can still make 60% on my Bitcoin. That will make me happy. So if I put like a half a Bitcoin in here and I turn it almost into a whole Bitcoin, I'll be a pretty happy guy. So I start looking at the opportunities that are around me instead of freaking out and getting all like, and using the negative emotions and the low vibrations. The point of this world is to always vibrate on the highest frequency you can. Even I make mistakes every day. I try to if I do, I try to say sorry and I apologize. I apologize because I want to get rid of that low vibration. I don't want that low vibration to linger around. All my interactions with people, sometimes they're not the best. I'm not perfect. But if I do something that I disagree with, or that I always try to at least be honorable, and I try to be honorable in all interactions with human beings. Like, I try not to do anything that I wouldn't want done to myself, if possible. You know what I'm saying? Again, so, and I'm not going to call this a cup and handy, Sammy, cup and handy to the upside. But, like, it resembles one somewhat, right? It resembles one. I guess it is, but it's iffy at best. But it kind of is a cup and handle. We'll see. So the daily does want to move to the upside. 4 hour is a little spent on the stochastics. It's definitely not where I would enter a trade. It actually might end up coming back down one more time. Could see it kind of come here one more time and bounce off of 1,400 sats? No, yeah. 3,300, yeah, 33,000 Satoshi. Right now it's at like 40,000 Satoshis. And when you trade Bitcoin, you trade in Satoshi. See this? 40,223. Bitcoin has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. He has 10 digits there. 10 digits. And mainly, but it can be divided into 1 million parts, right? And yeah, so that's how many Satoshis this thing is. Usually it's 8, though, not 10. That's weird. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Interesting. And this thing's up 6% too on Bitcoin already too. Quite interesting. So BTC pairs, everybody. The BTC pairs. And you can look. I mean, look at even this one. This one like has something kind of like, to me, it's making a pennant. It broke back in, but it's still tight in the pennant. SNX has been doing something recently. Like, I don't know if it's just getting more interest. I long-term hold this bag because I thought it was going to actually become the bridge between synthetic assets and the stock market. And, I had a little birdie tell me something that it might be worth institutional traders getting in. So I always had a bag of it just in case. Not a huge bag, but, it's somewhat, and possible gains coming out of this on the BTC pair here. SNX. It's been bullish lately. Look, you can see low, higher, low, higher, low, higher, low, like multiple higher lows in a row. You can see that has resistance right here at the 16,800 Satoshi level. It gets above that. I can see it easily climb back up here to the measured movement, like about 19,000 Satoshi. So, interesting. Sorry, I said 16,800 Satoshi, right? Yeah. And let's take a look at the 4 hour. The 4 hour actually wants to move to the upside. I like where the 4 hour stands on the stochastics RSI. It's not to the downside like the last one we saw. And the MACD has two kind of the MACD has two like rounded hills here with lack of bullish momentum, suggests that we may get a movement to the upside, which is quite interesting, if you ask me. If I zoom into the 1 hour, it says that it's wanting us to kind of come back down to the bottom of the trend line. And I only enter trades at bottom trend line. Bottom trend line. I don't buy breakouts. If it breaks out, I wait for a retest of either the top trend line or of that level there. And that's where I would enter on a retest. Retests are beautiful places to get in. Unbelievable places to get in. Shout out to the retest, baby. So this could come on out and come back down. We might get like a fake out, push back down. I would be looking to get here or after a breakout that I didn't expect, maybe in this region for the retest. See what I'm saying? So now I kind of already have my region set where I would like to enter this trade. I'm not going to enter it whenever they want me to. Also, tight moving averages are something I like to get in. I would scale in there with a tight moving average. I scale in here for a tight moving average. I scale in there for tight moving averages. So when the moving averages get tight, this is something that I look for. See that? That's that pattern I was just showing you when you have this just downtrend and this upward trend. It's not a traditional pattern. Doesn't look that great. It does, however, play out to the upside. These patterns blast. So if you can identify them, you can make money. And I love when the moving averages get tight. Also, there was a golden cross coming out of that. The 50 crosses over the 200. That's what you want to see. Morning Lifer, can we look at EXRD? We did already. Oh, no, sorry. I'm looking at one. Captain Gray Eagle, what's going on with Safe Mars? May the gods smite your enemies and bring peace to their souls. Thank you so much, man. I appreciate you for saying that. Much respect to you and yours. Crypto lifestyle, my dude, man. And in 10 minutes, we're on with the crypto lifestyle, man. In 10 minutes, everybody. I'm excited. Are you excited? I'm excited. I'm freaking out. I'm actually kind of nervous. I'm like, oh my God. Like, nah, but I love this dude. Like, I'm excited because he's such a fun person to be around. And whenever I'm with him, we have a good time. We have a good time. So I'm excited for it. Yeah, I'm going to have a blast. He's going to have a blast. And you're going to learn a lot. So I'm excited for everyone here too. I think you're all going to have a blast, and it's going to be an amazing time. So get ready, get down. It's coming, right? Thank you for saying that, and thank you for the £7. Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you. Phantom Ada on the monthly. What's going on with Safe Mars, please? Hey, what's going on, Lifer? Shout out to the Silver Dollar, man. I love you, brother. Thank you for being here. Yo, the Silver Dollar, man. That's a channel about how to make your lawn better, right? Yo, thanks, man. Love you, bro. I watched the Silver Dollar. Or maybe not. That's the silver symbol. Take your crypto journey to the next level with instant access to the trading groups, beginner's course, and DeFi course. Hit the link to Discord Crypto or email CryptoLifers@gmail.com. Sam, you are truly me in one in a million, bro. Remember, the higher up you climb, the harder it gets. We have your back till the very end. Love you, bro. Thanks, Roddy, man. You're the man, dude. It really does, though, man. They attack you from all angles, bro. They attack you from all angles. Look at synthetics. I didn't even see this now. Look, there's even a bigger guy going on here. See this? Look, that's even a bigger idea there. You know, just putting it out there. Last time we had this pennant, banged out in the bang. Let's take a look at it on the 3-day too. Are you low on the 3-day? You're scooping. You're not low, but you're scooping, meaning you're starting to get a movement up there to the upside here. Stochastics. I was thinking, man, I might as well make my stochastics the highest one. I don't know why I don't. I talk about them so much, and they're always on the screen, you know. Synthetics for Bitcoin, though, on the 3-day chart is scooping, but it is getting a little high. Something to think about. You might get some resistance at one point, but look, you have you get above that zone, I mean, you're gone. Like, that's a big resistance movement, and you could what's called a gap up to like 22,000 sats, you know. Thank you, excited. My brain is ready to receive all the info. Spell, baby. Super chats. Phantom Ada on the monthly. What's going on with Safe Mars? Please. Safe Mars, really? I don't know if I think I'm going to. I love you, whoever gave me the Safe Mars super chat. Like, I love you. But I don't think I'm going to talk about Safe Mars. I really don't. I personally don't want to. So if you could let me off the hook, I'd appreciate it. I don't know, man. I don't believe in the project. And I don't know what can make me believe in it. So I think I own some too. Maybe I don't even know, but you know, yeah. So look at Phantom breaking a buck. That's no good. Phantom breaks a buck. I mean, oof, ugly zones for Phantom. I'll be honest. Came back strong, but now it's just taking a beat down with the market, getting shorted hard. Look at that. 786 retracement, 886 retracement. Do we get to a $55 Phantom? Is that really what we get to? That's insane, right? insane. And we're just kind of hanging on there for Phantom at 98 cents. Is it the end of the road for Phantom? I mean, the 3-day is extremely oversold. The 5 days extremely oversold. Like, you did your double top. To me, I guess you could say, I mean, double top, the measured move is like negative though for that. So that's why whenever I get something that big, like, look, that's like, the measured move is like negative 83, you know. Honestly, your last hope is right here at like 99. See that? That was your resistance point, and then you have another level at 83. We break 83, like, you could definitely see a $48 Phantom. And if Bitcoin goes down nastily, you know, you could see some nasty moves to the downside. So it can always get worse, everybody. I just want everyone to know that. It can always get worse. I just want to make it really clear. It can always get worse, especially in an altcoin, which is insane, but it really can. All right? It can always get worse. Just know that. Just know that. Because people get like, oh, it's not going to go that way. It can never go lower. I've heard that from beginners. It's my favorite. It's the worst thing to hear from a beginner. It can never go lower because you're like, yo, my man, like, it can always go lower. Like, it'd go to zero and go to absolute nothing. You know what I'm saying? So, of course it can go lower. It can always go lower. Always, like. All right, I'm just getting things a little ready here, preemptive here. Okay. What else you got for me? Let's look at GMT. I really want to look at ADA. ADA on the monthly. Okay, you want to go in. I like that. Let's look at ADA on the monthly, big boy style, right? Put your big boy pants on and look at ADA on the monthly. It's trying to double bottom here, too. Look, 83. Oh, my gosh. Like, my gosh. Insanity. Weekly is extremely... Oh, it's the 2-week, man. If the 2-week is anything, we're at a bottom and we're about to move back up to the upside. This is the monthly chart for ADA. It's very low. Suggest it could maybe even go lower. You never know. But all time frames are beat down on ADA. Like, beat to the ground. Measured move for ADA is back to 370. I hold a big old bag of ADA. I got in at 2 cents and 8 cents. So I'm still holding a very nice 40X and a 10X. So I'm doing good. I'm not, you know, I was doing better when we were up here. We did a tweezer top of the monthly. And look, we were high in the monthly. It's time to exit. You know what I'm saying? It's time to get out at that point. I was, you know, you want a bigger move. But again, I believe ADA long term. I stake it. Just let it sit there. I have no intentions of selling it since I've had it. I'm holding it for 10 years. And so I'm just letting it rock, man. I'm just letting it rock. All right, everyone. We're probably going to get it going now. And we're going to start this awesome interview with my man. We will leave time in the end to get to the Super Chats. So don't worry. We'll leave time at the end to get to the Super Chats. We will leave time at the end to get to the Super Chats. If you know, so don't worry. So here we go, man. Here comes your man, friend Francis, man, from TCL. He's coming on in right now. I'm about to start this Zoom. We're going to start this meeting. We're going to get it in, baby. We're going to get it in. So get ready to experience the moment. And honestly, he's going to teach us a lot. He's an extremely intelligent individual. He's going to teach us a lot. So I'm super excited for what he's about to do. So get ready, everyone. Get ready. Very intelligent dude. Very inspirational person. Yeah. So a couple more minutes and he should be on in. I got the Zoom ready and going. And so, yeah, I'm excited for this. It's going to be crazy. I'm late in the building. No. Shout out to Street Flames. My man, ADA's still growing, though. Don't underestimate it yet. I think ADA is going to go all the way to $10. And I'm holding ADA for the next 5 to 10 years. I have no problem saying that. And I'm happy with my ADA. So, yeah, we're good to go with ADA. I have no issues. I'm holding ADA for a long, long time. Yeah, for sure. For a long time. Yeah, I mean, there's just no reason, in my humble opinion, to give up on ADA. Let's take a look at GMT. GMT's been on my radar. If it's above that 329, oh, it's in the sweet spot. Look at that on the monthly, huh? That's just what you want to see on the monthly chart. Just domination, just giant green, just all love, you know. Look how tight it's getting into the channel on the 1 hour. GMT looks like it's just ready to move again. Oscillators look nice. Even the MACD showing lack of bearish momentum. Wants to flip up here to the upside. Let's take a look at the 4 hour. 4 hours oversold as well, and it's still tight in the channel. GMT, the only trade I would trust today, the only trade I would get into, trade of the day for me, is GMT. I like this. I like that it's tight. I like that it's in the zone. I'm really excited to see how tight it's been. I don't, the 21 and the 200 are a little far apart. I'd like to see them get a little closer. Yep. Right on time at 11:15. What the heck? Guy put all this crazy stuff on my face. And he left like gook on my face, man. The guy was shaving my face. I just felt like a gel on my cheek. So funny, man. Muser in the house. Shout out to Crypto Muser in the house. Shout out to all my moderators. Thank you for coming up. So look, I'm looking at GMT. Look how nice this thing can go. Last time it did a very similar nice move to the upside. Like this thing banged on him. Bang, bang, banged on him. All right, everyone. We're on our way here. We're going to get TC out in the building. And here we go. And here we go. You're going to hear him for a second. And then we're going to kind of get him going. What up, what up, what up, what up? Check, 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 check.
Yes, sir. I do hear you loud and clear.
What up? I got to do one quick setup and then we're ready to go. Super excited to have you, man. Thank you for being here. This is awesome.
Thank you for making this happen, Lifer.
Man, I told everyone, I'm always pretty more candid than the average YouTuber, but I just felt like you were just such an awesome person to work with and to have on my side and to like, I don't know, man, your community, your group, you also were a mentor to me. You kind of showed me how to run a community. You showed me like how to lead a group of people, because there's a lot of these people out here that, slanging Bybit links and you never really know if they're there for their community or not. You know what I'm saying? Like we don't know, they love their community, but like, I don't know. And you just showed me how to be as real as you could out there. And a lot of people are afraid to do that. And so, I just appreciated meeting you and you changed my life. So this is awesome.
Bro. Come on, man. Awesome. Look, first of all, thank you for the opportunity, and for all the crypto lifers out there watching, thank you for taking the time out of your busy day, making this happen to, join this interview here. I got to say this first and foremost, Lifer, you are one of the most hardest working people in this space, doing multiple streams a day, you know what I mean? And put it in that work. So I look up to you in that regard too, with your work ethic, man. And all the things you just said, I really appreciate that. But, we've seen something in you. I've seen something in you, man. And look at your channel right now. It has grown immensely, and that's just a testament to what I already known. So keep up the good work on your end, bro. So, yeah, you're doing really good things as well, and I appreciate those kind words.
Yo, thanks, man. So, yeah, so break it down. Let us know what's going down. Like, let us know what you're doing. What we can do is I'm going to give you the ability to be whole screen, and you can share your screen when you want and just kind of show us a little bit of what you'd like here and there. But but explain what's going on. I showed them that I kind of got them into the idea that you purchased land in sand. Yeah. But right now it's like a big boy space, right? And your whole thing is all about how crypto should be inclusive, right? And so I think that's kind of where you're going. So yeah, so take it away.
Exactly. So for those who don't know me, my name is Francis, also commonly known as the Crypto Lifestyle on YouTube. I've been on YouTube for half a decade, right? As of now, educating the world on crypto, Bitcoin, blockchain, all those things. And here we sit. I've always been this guy that was looking for the next big thing, because I truly believe if you get into the next big thing, your market share is going to grow as well. So a lot of people that have gone into this space in 2017 and before, their market share has grown immensely, or their portfolios, right? Their assets. And that's a big deal. So I see the same thing happening here with the metaverse. And I know there's a lot of information out there. There's a lot of uneducated information out there, disinformation out there. But we're really honing in on one metaverse per se, one that's the safest bet, one that is just scoured by corporations like Gucci, iconic brands as well, Binance, CoinMarketCap, the real FTX exchange, Crypto.com, Warner Music Group, which is the biggest, if not the big, one of the biggest, if not the biggest record label, right? So I'm seeing all these corporations gobbling up this land. It's almost like to your audience who are watching, it's almost like the big land rush we saw in San Francisco back in the day, right? The gold rush there, rather, right? Everyone's rushing for gold. And then after that, people bought up land there. So this is similar things here, but I don't like to see the corporations gobbling it up. And the prices are just going immensely high. This is an initiative I was going to do on my own. As you know, Lifer, we spoke behind the scenes. I was moving to Antigua, which is a Caribbean island, for some tax benefits and to set up my corporation. And I was actually going to use physical villas, develop that from scratch, and put that into the metaverse. But I had it all wrong. So this initiative now, I start to buy up land in SANDBOX in high foot traffic locations. That's very, very important for your audience to know. It's not about any metaverse. It's not about any land in any metaverse. It's the right metaverse where it has, in the center of the actual city,
wait,
so to speak.
You're next to Gucci, right? Did I hear you correctly? You said that, right?
So we are not right next to Gucci. I am in the center. Okay, so I am next to, I'm in a few places, but this Metropolitan project in particular, we're in the heart of downtown of SANDBOX. We're right on top of Atari's 24 by 24 estate, which costs about $5 million. And we're right below SANDBOX's Mystery Estate. So it's going to be a lot of traffic there for those reasons, right? And then furthermore, up north in SANDBOX, I am direct neighbors with the world's most expensive metaverse purchase in history, going for $4.4 million, Republic Realms, right? So, right, it's key locations here, Lifer, right? So we got that out of the way now. It's like this, guys. Think of the metaverse like this, right? It's a 3D shared environment. It's a digital plane of existence where you could buy, trade, or sell. Now, I just explained the internet to you. However, this is like the internet, Lifer, that has a clean sheet of paper. The infrastructure is there. All we got to do now is build the workforce. It's like the internet will be no good if there was no YouTube, if there was no freaking, I don't know, TikTok, Facebook, and all these things. It was just empty, a mass wasteland of nothing, right? That's what the metaverse is right now. So we're building the workforce with actual, infrastructure on top of the infrastructure with 3D representation. So the way you see the real world, you might see a storefront, right? Well, on the internet, you can't experience it like that. You go to maybe Amazon's webpage and it's 2D, but this is a 3D. So it's a mix of the real world, how it looks in terms of 3D, with virtual, which is 2D, combined is the metaverse. But it doesn't stop there. You gotta build on top, just like how people build on top of the internet to make YouTube and such, right? But also you got to choose the right metaverse. That's very important. I was going to say, Lifer, I can't really, if I was to share my screen, I think we're going to have some lagginess. So maybe
I got it. I'm showing the SANDBOX on top of us while you talk a little bit. I'm zooming in and just I found you. Like I was going last night just playing around and
so that big Atari, if you zoom in more, you're going to see two TCLs, right? Zoom in more right there on top of that guy, the red guy, right?
Yeah.
So on the top right there, guys, look, that looks small, but one of those estates is the size of 11 soccer fields or football fields if you're in Europe.
That's his land right there, everyone. That's his land. He owns land in the sand. I'm honestly, last night I started FOMOing. I started being like, man, I need land in the SANDBOX. Like you made me realize like I'm missing a key. Like I don't own a lot of land in anything, and now you're telling us about the Bored Ape Yacht Club land sale coming out. Well, I want to backtrack a little second. Can you tell us a little bit more about yourself? Like, I never asked you this. Like, how did you get into YouTube? What made you start getting into crypto? Like, it's one thing I never knew. I didn't know what did you.
Sure. So, I think I could start off by saying this. YouTube is the place where people come to because they feel like we have a shared belief, or they're looking for a way out of their current situation, right? At least for me, I can speak for myself. And there's nothing really special about me. This is what I tell people. I'm the most average person you would meet. And, I've worked all kinds of jobs in the past, literally in all different sectors, right? Customer service, offices, construction work sites, warehouses. I used to drive the damn freaking Zamboni in the warehouse cleaning the freaking floors, right? Telling everybody about Bitcoin. Oh, this thing Bitcoin, bro. You better go check it out, bro. Make a channel too, man. Get it out there.
You drove that thing. I see it like,
dude, that little Zamboni thing with the soap.
I see him at Walmart.
Right? But guess what? I had my headphones in on YouTube, hearing about this information about cryptocurrency, right? So I've always spent my time wisely. But my point is this. I'll give you guys a quick story here. So I told Connor the same thing. So, while I was working, I was always saving a little bit of money for Bitcoin, right? $100 every single week, get paid weekly. And these ICOs were happening, right? Lifer back then in 2017, it was called ICOs, initial coin offering.
Oh man, yeah.
And dude, where I worked, Lifer, was this warehouse, and we weren't allowed our phones in the actual work floor, right? Because they were dealing with electronics and they didn't want people to steal stuff.
I love these.
So we had to go through metal detectors, bro. So there was an ICO happening. I got my phone in my locker in the washroom. I told my boss I gotta go use the washroom. I opened the freaking locker, bro. Get my phone out. I'm pretending to do a number 2 on the toilet for about an hour and a half trying to get into this damn ICO, and I couldn't get in. And I still didn't get in. And my boss is walking up and down looking for me. I could see his boots under the damn stall. You know what I'm saying? So I'm an average guy, bro, looking for a way out. You know, the true story. Swear to God, true story. So long story short, I decided to just take a bet on myself, and I risked it all, and I just quit, man. I said, bro, I'm just gonna try this thing out. And yeah, I mean, I started to invest, and we did pretty good in 2017. I started to document that now on YouTube.
Let me just backtrack. Let me backtrack you though, because like my whole Patreon and my, my training school and what I'm doing and my vision is, it's that moment in time, right? And I was there too. I'm gonna start a business, and one time I got all this money together, like 10 grand. I bought all the equipment I needed, and because I kept having excuses, I don't have what I need. So I was like, all right, I'm gonna buy myself everything, start a video production company, And then someone was like, do you want to work for Kevin Can Wait? And I had never had a really good job, and it was that famous comedian. And I was like, and I went back sludgingly to work. And, I look back on those years, and it's like, all right, I made some money. I invested into Bitcoin. But, like, had I just started the company then, I would even be further now, So anyone, like, when you took that step, I just want to know, because that's that moment that I was afraid of for years that held me back. Because you're about to leave the door. What did it feel like when you finally knew? Like, because you don't get the paycheck anymore. Everyone wants that constant security of that paycheck, right? And everyone says you have to sacrifice that security to go to the next level, right? You got to just say, you know what? Like, there's more out here if I follow my heart. But it's I think they got so many people brainwashed and scared that following their heart is going to lead them to some hole, and they're going to end up at McDonald's, know? So what did you do? Like, how did you have the fear? What did you do to get rid of the fear? Or were you able to just were you on a mission? Like,
Bro, it's like listen to your heart and not what people say. That's all I could tell people, man. It's like I got myself in debt in college because I saw everybody else doing it. But I was like, yo, I don't want to do that. I don't want to take that route. But then I felt I was missing out. And then I ended up going to college because everybody else was doing it, but my heart told me don't do it. And that got me into a lot of debt. Now, to your question, though, I remember I was working plumbing, lifting up freaking, foot long of cast iron pipes like 4 a.m. in the morning, loading up this truck. And I was like, man, you know what? I'm worth way more than this. No offense. Hey, that's a great trade. If you're doing that, that's a great trade. But it wasn't for me. And I remember when I told a guy I want to hire standing in the company, and he just laughed at me. I was like their bitch. I was like taking up their tool bags for them and dropping wherever they wanted. Pipe wrenches, bro, that are like 10 pounds each, bro. And like that bag is like, I don't know, 70 pounds with the other tools. But I remember saying, I quit. And I walked on. Everybody couldn't believe it, dude. And I'm not even going to lie. When I was walking down the street to the bus stop, I was like, what the heck did I just do? I was like, what the heck did I just do, bro? Where's my next paycheck? Where's my next paycheck? Like what you said.
But I like that you said that because that's a real feeling you're going to feel, everybody. But it's okay.
Absolutely.
You live in a world where God exists and God's got you. Like if you're, I just feel like you don't have to worry if you follow your heart,
Exactly. Because even if you made that goal or not, you did it your way, how you want, and you went after it. That's the main thing. I think a lot of people, when they start to settle for what they were told or what they have or what they're used to, then you're just average. See, you're living an average life.
I didn't trust corporate America, and I got out of college and I got a job. I wanted to be in TV, and I got a job in a commercial post-production house where they edited commercials. And I was like, I'm going to they threw me in the shipping room, and I got fired in 2 years, and I was like, I knew I shouldn't have trusted the corporate. It was like, and I kept going back for more, and it was like almost seditious. I was like, what am I doing to myself?
Exactly. Exactly. But that's what crypto gave us. It gave us a second economy, a second option, and guess what? The metaverse is giving us a third economy, a third option, which I like to call the world's fifth industrial revolution. Right? There was 4 previous. I believe it was we had the steam mills, then we had copper wires, electrical wires, and then we moved from that to computers, right, in offices, and then stores and now homes, and then from that internet, which was the 4th, information. Now we're going into this like 3D business world that mixes both, right? And that's where we're getting to. Now back to the project, though, right?
I wanted to ask you, what makes your project different than the other NFT projects in the market, right? Because you hear the word NFT get thrown out, and some people think they know and they're experts and they're this and that, but like, what differentiates this whole ecosystem that you're creating? Because to me, it's visionary. It's visionary. I haven't heard anything like it. I almost brought you on because I didn't want to mess up explaining it. You know what I'm saying?
No, it is. It's well thought out. It's unique. It's different. I'm not an NFT fan, by the way. I want your audience to know this, right? So I don't know if that's going to hurt their feelings or not, but I am not an NFT fan, right? Art, that is NFT art, right? Now, what is NFTs, right? NFT is very broad, but what the influencers and the public, even like large broadcasting networks like Fox News, MSNBC, talking about NFTs as art only, drove that into our heads, but it's not. NFT is just a unique identifier that shows that you own something. Now, people have ran with this whole art thing because it's easy to make this bullshit. There's so much out there. If there's so much out there and they don't have utility, it's just like fiat currency, right?
I'm not to be rude to everybody too. I swing trade so much and I know how to build a bag. So I just I never just went full blown into NFTs because I was like, I would research them heavily, find out the rare ones, and I would have to spend like 5 to 6 hours a day, and I would have to put in hard work, and then I'd have to get that automated thing that these guys are paying $2,000 a month for that searches the most rare one, and you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So like if you're not all, so they already got the game on lock. They got the Discord sections, like you build your own NFT. I'll talk to you. Maybe we could build one today. I got a funny one we can do together.
Sure. But my point is this, right? So NFT is a unique identifier of ownership. It's really just a receipt that you own something, right? So we've seen NFTs come about where there's obviously art, there's domains, right? Unstoppable domains. There's insurance, and there's also land, and there's anything else. I could NFT this freaking mouse and sell it to you, hey, bro. You own it. You got the NFT. So the point is, it just shows ownership. Now, in NFTs, there's different asset classes, right? Just like precious metals, just like commodities, right? You got oil, gas, you got freaking corn and pork belly, whatever. The same is true for NFTs, right? So let's look at precious metals. You got gold, silver, and bronze. Bronze is not worth as same as gold. Gold is worth more than silver and more than bronze. Land is the gold in NFTs. Why? Because you could actually have an income-producing asset, and that's what we have here, right? So metropolitan comes from the word metropolitan, and a metropolitan is an inhabitant of a highly dense city that has roads, infrastructure, and businesses. That's where we're located in SANDBOX, right? So once you know that's the case here now, and NFTs has this asset class where you have to measure different sort of value with different asset classes, land is so much more valuable than a crypto art. Why? Or NFT art. Why? Because what I could do here now is the appreciation could go up, right? The NFT goes up or the land goes up, but I could also rent out my space.
Right?
I
just realized, what if I was selling tiny dollar NFTs out of a cart? And I'm like, can I put my cart on your corner? It's just so crazy. You're like, yeah, you can build a cart.
We could do billboards. So we could do
Can I
billboards
sell my halal food on your corner? It's funny.
Yeah, I know, right? Dude, it's crazy, but it's not crazy, Lifer. Okay, I'm sure you get offered from advertisers saying, hey, man, can we advertise on your channel? This is the same thing.
Yep.
This is the same thing.
No,
and
exactly.
SANDBOX already has the traffic. They
I
had
just
over
close
2
my
million
eyes
users
and
in the alpha alone.
I'm walking down the 3D and I look to the right and I see the crypto the crypto lifestyle building, and I'm like, bro, I want to go in there. And I walk in and I'm like, someone says hi. You could pay an assistant that actually works there, and she's like, hey, what's up? I'm having a conversation with one of your employees in the
yes. That's what's happening here. So again, it's if you look at the company that's already doing it, they're setting up shop. It's like, you never would have understood if I told you needed a website for your business in 1997. Everybody's sticking to yellow pages. And then everybody's like, oh shit, today everybody has a website. Well, guess what? I don't want you guys to think, oh man, 20 years later after the metaverse goes live, oh, I need to build something. No, set up shop now. And that's what we're doing. We're also paying people every 2 weeks in SAND token, which is a blue chip crypto.
You just made me realize
the most sought after metaverse.
My trading school should have a building in the SANDBOX where people can come and learn education, and you could actually be a school. You could walk in and you could pay for education. You could watch videos and you could sit there. Oh my gosh, it would be an immersive.
Why do we go to a school or a classroom? Because when you're in a shared environment, right, which is the metaverse, right? It's a shared 3D environment, digital environment. Also, schools are shared physical environments, 3D. But once you're in there, it's a different feeling, right? People will be able to learn much better than, say, a 2D screen. It's just a different experience, right? So it's the way we perceive and intake information, the closest as possible, like we do in the real world, okay? So that's what we're building here. But what exactly are we building? If you want me to get into that, or you have another question, it's up to you. We could
no. Well, this is the thing. So we're just gonna go over it. We know why you chose SANDBOX. It makes sense to me. Makes sense to everyone else. I think it's the most established, and we're still at the basis. So it's you don't want to jump into something that you know, you don't even know if they're ever going to fill their slots, right? SANDBOX
Yes.
is, I think, is going to fill every slot. The price of the land's going to continue to go
They
up.
just signed up. Well, not signed up. Another big bank in China just moved their office to SANDBOX last night, making big news.
It's funny you said that because I'm sitting there showing my wife all the slots, and then I'm up in the upper right corner here, and I'm like, there's all these Chinese names, and they look like some big billionaire Chinese guys like Shen Wendum, and like I'm like, these guys have big money, and they knew, and they were like, oh, we're gonna make sure we own some of that, like.
Exactly.
You know?
Exactly. When you see Binance, all these guys there.
Look at this. Look at the size of this
Gemini.
land. Look at this. I'm just gonna display. Look at the size. Like, look at the plot they have up here. Look, Adrian Cheng. I don't know who he is. I'm gonna look him up. Look, South China Morning Post.
That's worth like 3.5 plus
the
million.
South China
more,
Morning Post. Look, Soon Hung Kai and Co.
Just go down a little bit more, like straight down, if you can. To the right now. Okay, now all the way down. Yeah, go down past Gemini. Down more. Down right there. Now zoom in right there. With that big R. Now go up. What do you see?
Oh, you got
it's
more.
The crypto lifestyle, baby. And guess who that is? That plot of land right there. That is state. That big Atari with the R, Republic Realms. That is the world's most expensive metaverse land purchase ever. And we're right there. So you can imagine how expensive ours is as well. But that's phase 2 development.
So you're in more than one places because you have the other two over there and the other spot.
Two down south, which is a primetime location, and also up there, which is also a primetime location. And since I mentioned the phase 2, I would say this. For our NFT business license holders, what we're going to do is, as long as they hold it, they will be a part of this and getting paid every single 2 weeks. However, up north on phase 2, we're going to be charging corporations. They're not even NFT. We're just charging them by whatever, a month, 3 months, whatever they choose for short-term rentals. So we're leasing it to them. Right, so they can never ever, really take advantage of the NFT aspect and the benefits it has.
So
it's just a straight business move.
So how does someone participate in what you're building? Like, how do like what basically they basically buy an NFT, and then through that NFT they have ownership. They have part ownership of your business technically, and then you actually share profit shares through. This is kind of how I'm building it in my head.
If you look at how Airbnb does it, it's almost like an Airbnb model, but we're taking care of our guys a heck of a lot more, right? So I've already bought the land, right?
Yep.
I already have that.
Which most people would never even have the chance to get into. So it's almost like that's like a blessing in disguise.
If you look at SANDBOX right now, Lifer, on OpenSea, right? It's the floor price. I don't know what it is right now, maybe 1.8, and you're getting a 1x1 land that's in the middle of nowhere. And then you got to build on top, then you got to advertise it, right? So the average guy would not be able to afford that with all those other additional costs, okay? And they wouldn't understand to wrap their head around this. So the reason why I bring that up is, our entry price is only 0.3. If you look at the average mint price, yes, I don't know, it's a
0.3 ETH, you said
0.8 or whatever.
ETH, right? 0.3 ETH?
0.3 ETH, it's going to be a random generator.
That's
we have to protect the integrity of...
Yeah, that's great, though. I mean, to me, that's
amazing.
Dude,
we have to protect the integrity of the asset class, not make it too high and not make it too low, because this is not crypto art.
Well, I said to someone yesterday, the market predicts the value. Like, what you present to the market is the value. And, like, the fact that land is so expensive, that the entry price has to be, you know what I'm saying? It can't be $30. Like, it doesn't.
It can't be too low, man. It can't be too high either, because we want to get people in. And I think 0.3 was perfect. And the beautiful thing about this is, you cannot, if you had a crypto art, you can't tell a lawyer in the real world or an accountant or any business, hey, man, I could promote your business on my art. Let me build your virtual office here, and you could get an outreach to new audience, right? You can't do that with art. You could with this. So we have to protect the entry price, right, to making a 0.3, which I think is fair. So how does that work? We got 4,400 NFTs. We have our first tier, which is called the executives. Then we have the managers. And then we also have something called the operating officers. The executives are our rarest ones, which means they're going to be paid the most. Okay. There's only 7% of the NFT collection going towards them. Okay. And what we did was we inverse the percentages. So they get 20% of the actual pay, but on the dollar amount, they will have a heck of a lot more because they got less people in there. The managers now, it goes up to 30%, right? From there, and it's a little bit more people, and then it inverses down to the larger one, which is the operating officers, which gets the larger percentage share because there's more people. But on the dollar, it equals out to be more, executive managers and officers, if that makes sense. Now, how this is going to work is the pay is going to work based off of this. I'll give you a perfect example. Ariana Grande, Justin Bieber, Travis Scott, all already did Fortnite concerts, metaverse concerts in Fortnite. They netted over $20 million easily in a matter of a couple of hours or less, okay? There are a lot of talent out there on YouTube who are musicians and rappers up and coming that has like 400K subs, 500K subs, and they would love to get into the metaverse. But the likes of Warner Music Group Life, and for the audience that are still watching us, they're not going to go and approach these guys. They want top Hollywood A-list celebrities like Drake, like Snoop Dogg, like you see right now in the metaverse, and Travis Scott's of the world. So this is where we come in as the Metapolitans. We are going to, or I'm going to do this. I'm reaching out to these artists on YouTube, and I'm telling them, hey, bro, I think you got some talent. I'm going to put you in the same metaverse that Snoop Dogg is in. Okay, what we're going to do now is say he has 400, 500K subs. If we're able to capture a fraction of that, 80K, 1,000, let's make 100,000 to make the math easy. Okay, 100,000 subs comes into my metaverse, or the Metapolitan's metaverse, rather. I actually have an estate that's being built right now, too, with similar services. And we're charging them, see, $40 a ticket. He keeps 60% of the profits. And the tickets are in NFTs, too. We're selling it to his already fans that already likes him, who don't want to hop on a plane to go see him in freaking France because they can't afford it and it's just inconvenient, but they can watch it in their, the comfort of their home in a 3D shared environment. It's far more better, Lifer, than an uploaded YouTube video of their favorite song that he makes. Right now, they're like, they could do their little dance thing, they could talk to each other. It's like if they're actually there, right? So this is how it would work. 60% goes to them. 40% of that works out to be $40 a ticket of 100,000 fans in the metaverse is $4 million. 1.6 million goes to us. That's 40% of 4 million. Do the math, right? How that works now, not to talk about numbers too much, the managers are already paid off their 0.3 Ethereum in one freaking show, bro. One show. The executives are paid off, and then the managers needs about 2 more shows, and then the operating officers needs about 5 shows or so. Okay, and that's one stream. We're not talking about, wearables, which, look, I know that might sound gay to your audience, but, Epic Games, who made the Fortnite and such, they make 90% of their revenue, bro, in the billions, bro, multi-millions off of skins and wearables alone. And Gucci's there. Gucci's making their, digital freaking clothing line, luxury clothing line and shit. That's another stream that we could put in SANDBOX's marketplace.
You have kids, and your kids start getting invited to birthday parties, and you start talking to parents around the neighborhood, and I'm like, hey, what was your son like, or what did you get your son for Christmas? And he's like, all he wants is Fortnite skins. And like, these kids don't want real things. They want like in-item games. Like they just want more Fortnite money so they can buy another thing, or like there is satisfied as getting something in game almost and to me, I'm like, man, I wanted the remote control car. Like I wanted to touch it. I wanted to feel it. Like I wanted to have it. It was just like, I got
remote control cars.
I got a haircut today, and the guy lathered me when he shaved me with like this cream, and like I'm finding it just like on random parts of my face now.
No, I'm not laughing at that. I'm laughing at what you said about it just shows our generation. But I'm glad you brought. No, I'm saying I'm glad you brought that up because this generation, they don't give a shit about that.
That's why there's billions in revenue there. Like and I'm seeing, I'm seeing the direct effect, because when you hear that small conversation I have with that parent is a broader symbol of that revenue. Like that says, oh yeah, there's big revenue there, because that's where the attention is, right?
I just want to say this, right, to Lifer, like I get it, right? I get into a lot of these investments as pre-sales. You guys do a lot of trading, and those are great ways to make money in this space. However, if we have a true income producing asset or a business, by the way, I have a investment corporation set up here. I'm treating this just like real estate. You know what I'm saying? So this is not some guy that you don't know. First of all, I've been showing people this for 5 years on YouTube, countless interviews, countless valuable content. I could have took advantage of the weak or the sheep in crypto with this bull run and just said, hey, here's my crypto art. I didn't do that crap. I'm not about swindling people, a Tinder swindler. I'm not that, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So it's like, I want to give value, and here I come with my project. Why? Well, this is an expected and estimated multi-trillion-dollar industry, $10 trillion. The Metapolitans will indeed extract $1 billion in 5 years or less, which is only 0.01%. It's a fraction of that, and I showed people who know me on my channel what I could do in the crypto boom, and the metaverse boom is going to be that times freaking
for me,
100,
for $1,000, like, it's kind of like, to me, it's like, I've always been a dreamer and a believer. And I always say, like, if you don't have a dream, you don't have anything. And I think of what I have now, and I always look at my wife, like, we'll be somewhere, and I'll look at her, and I'll be like, she'll be like on the computer work, and I'll be like, I had a dream. I was like, I was in my office watching probably you know what I'm saying? Like 5 years ago, 4 years ago, you, Crypto Love, all the people, Altcoin Daily. And I'm like, man, I would love to be a YouTuber, and I'd love to like travel the world, and I'd love to be able to work from anywhere from my computer and have a job or an income source, and it's like I started trading, and I've been trading the stock market at that point and trading gold and silver. But man, once I found crypto, and it's just amazing. So if you have a dream, and to me, I invest in dreams. So like Because like if my money went to zero, the $900, I'd be like, not saying it will, but just as an investor, you look at everything as an open source idea, and it's just like, and if it doesn't, then I'm part of something that number one could give me residual income forever, which is, or nothing's forever, but you know what I'm saying, for probably a substantial amount of time, and you're at the beginning stages of something that could end up being so big. And if you believe in Bitcoin, which I do, then I believe in the metaverse. You know what I'm saying, in a way, because it's going to be an offset version of Web 3.0. It's just going to, you know, when I look at the internet, it's the square. You draw a square on a flat piece of paper, right? And the metaverse, you know, and then you can make the square a three-dimensional cube. Like, so right now, all we have is a square on a piece of paper. But we're going to actually make the web, we're going to make the web an immersive place.
Think of it like this, like what you said, in 2017, man, when I got into this space, there was no DeFi. There was not many smart contract real protocols out there. It was like infrastructure that needed to be built. And then we saw Aave lending. Then we saw all of these protocols come to life, right? That's making up, that's building the workforce, or so to speak, or the applications in these in this industry. The same is true for the metaverse. Now, I don't know if I'm going to lose some of your audience here, but this is the truth. The reason why I think the metaverse has far more opportunities than Bitcoin right now is why. I'll tell you why. Everybody already agrees that the metaverse is going to be the next iteration of business, of retail, of computing, of everything you could think of, right? It's already accepted. Bitcoin in its early phases was shot down. It's for terrorists. It's for money laundering. Oh, no, it's banned. Oh, no, it's illegal, blah, 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 until we finally got adoption. And when we get adoption, that's when we see institutional money coming in. The metaverse, it's not my opinion. Go look at SANDBOX. Institutional money's already there, bro. You know what I'm saying? Snoop Dogg's making rap songs about it. I wish they'd made that about Bitcoin back in 2015. We wouldn't be, you know, Bitcoin already would have been 100K. So the opportunities is there because the adoption is there, which surpasses the growth of Bitcoin already. Trust me, bro. You know what I'm saying? So the cryptocurrency markets, I should say, not just Bitcoin, but this industry was shot down and was flooded, right? And it still is flooded today, but the metaverse isn't. It's not. And you combine that with the blockchain, with these sort of like, you know, currencies and these real NFTs like land, bro, it's a gold mine. It's just up to you to go dig and freaking, you know, find it, man. Like, real talk. So that's what we're looking at here.
Now I'm always skeptical. Like, I'm skeptical, right? You're the owner of the land. What if something happens to you? Like, what would happen to the land? How do we can be sure that, like, you won't sell the land? Like, you know, like, I love you, man. I've always, you know, I've been a fan of you. I gotta ask hard questions for my subscribers.
Absolutely,
you know?
bro. I respect that, and that's why I love about you. You're a straight up guy, just like me. I would say like this, right? We have to look at the NFT market right now, right? And why do we have to look at that? Well, what's the standard in there, right? But what are people getting, right? They're getting this. Let's look at the art. They're getting their NFT art, right? And they have that in their wallet, right? What we're doing is the same thing. We're giving you the business license NFT, and you have that in your wallet, right? You're getting your pay every 2 weeks in Sand. We're also giving you, by the way, a freaking 3D SANDBOX avatar, okay, which is way more valuable than any art out there, which you have in your wallet already. Now, the land has to remain in my wallet or someone's wallet because you cannot build on top because SANDBOX doesn't recognize that is owned by someone. But if I was to die or anything, well, at least, you know, I ain't going to sell for sure. You know what? The land will still be there. Business is still operating just like any other business. I got my team there to oversee that. But I mean, like, yeah, like, it's not something where people they didn't get what they paid for. You paid for your NFTs and you got that in your wallet, just like how you pay for, if Bored Ape was to die, what's going to happen? If freaking, you know, Woman of World was to die, what's going to happen? Well, who gives a shit? You got your NFT, right? So you're paying for the NFT, right? And which you're going to have in your possession.
Excellent. Right?
Yeah. 2 of them, by the way. And by the way, NFT Worlds is doing an avatar drop right now, and they're charging 0.4 for that alone. You're getting a SANDBOX avatar, which is way more valuable than NFT Worlds, and a business license NFT that's paying you every 2 weeks in SAND token for 0.3 ETH. Okay? I just want to put that out there too.
Yeah. What currency will the NFT holder be paid in, and how often?
Yeah, so that will be paid in SAND token on Matic side every 2 weeks.
Sand?
So Matic, no gas. The gas is not an issue there,
like,
right? On Polygon,
deal.
And it's Sand, the native token of SANDBOX's metaverse.
Sand? Like, you get a freaking, you get a sand producing asset, like.
Dude.
And
by the way, I forgot to mention, I wasn't going to do this, but after popular demand or request, you know, members were asking, hey, you know, could we sell or something? And after 2 years of this cash flowing business being thriving in SANDBOX, I would allow our members to sell if it's voted upon. This is something I would never personally do, because what people need to understand is, like, in the real world life, and for your beautiful audience that are watching us here, You know, think of it like this. When you get a piece of land in the real world, yeah, it costs some money. But as that land starts to, pour the foundation to develop, it gets even more valuable or expensive. And then you start to frame it and you're halfway through the build, it's more expensive. Then it goes live to market, it's more expensive. Then you add a cash flowing business on top of that after 2 years of running, it's that much more valuable. So it's the intrinsic value of what people are really investing into this. And in SANDBOX, everything has risks, but I would not try to risk it any other way, any other metaverse other than SANDBOX, because it's a really safe bet.
Yeah. Like, I mean, to me, it looks like you'll at least get it looks like breaking even is almost a guarantee. Nothing's a guarantee, but for me,
I was going to say nothing's guaranteed. I'll be lying to you guys if I would say something's guaranteed. Yeah. However, it's just like Bitcoin. It's not guaranteed to go up, but we know, like, we did our research,
like, do the math,
and we believe it's going to go up.
Go look at 5,000 years of history and figure it out. That's what I did. The history will tell you to buy Bitcoin. You don't need to listen to anybody else.
Exactly.
You know what? Interesting. I'm just throwing the map right here. You also I'm a keen investor, and every day my mind does these little crazy little moves, and they gives me and I get this excited feeling. And I just got one of them right now. I call them epiphanies moment. I see Chromia big right there, right? Doesn't that make you think you should buy some of those coins? Like, if that coin has that much space in SANDBOX, do you think it's going to go flat for the next 2 years? What are they going to do? It looks like they're going to have
coin? You're talking about SAN?
No, I'm looking at Chromia, which is a little tiny coin that we've traded on and off. It's just funny, like, and I don't think about it that much, but I just made this connection. I'm like, like, I didn't know Chromia had that much land in SANDBOX, and like,
yeah, they got a big one.
And if they had say their market cap was 300 million, and the coin was sitting at 10 or 8 cents, and you look at it, you'd be like, like, I may want to swing, even just for a swing trader, like, speculative.
Hey, bro,
I should be
asking you for this advice. This is your neck of the woods. For the TA, right?
Now, people can make proposals, you're saying? Because one of the ideas is, like, if someone makes a proposal, do they get paid? And it gets passed, did they get a reward? Like if I what if I brought in say I knew Snoop Dogg or whatever, just say somehow through one person, I'm able to make a connection and I bring a celebrity in. Is there more incentive for someone there, or does that work, or how does that, is that possible? Like,
yeah, that's a great question. Thank you for bringing that up. So absolutely, we will be incentivizing individual Metropolitans who brings business to the community, right? So let's just say you knew a DJ, and we're not limited to entertainment, right? Say you had a business, whatever, and they're hearing about metaverse. They don't want to commit to the cost involved, but they want to try it out. They want to rent out our space, which is a real thing. Tokens.com, who has $2.5 million worth of land in Decentraland, is already acting as metaverse landlords, renting this out to businesses, right? So it is in demand, and there's interest there. So to your question now, yes, if you bring business to the community, say that was a business in real world, or that was just an entertainer, we will reward you with the treasury. And that will be, right now, we don't know the number, because after, our NFT drop is finalized, we'll know exactly specifics. But I could probably say at least $100,000 would be in the treasury. And we don't know the percentages as yet, but let's just say 1% of that each time. If you were to bring something, it's voted upon, and it comes to life in our actual estate, we will reward you for that. So individuals would also get paid if they bring business to the actual community.
When do we think this is going to go live? This sounds exciting. Yeah. Like, I'm freaking out. I'm kind of FOMOing a little bit.
Crazy. Like, the beautiful thing, why I like that how it's not live now, it's because then we got a FOMO on, oh man, let's rush this build. Let's get it up fast. We're missing out business.
No, it seems like it needs some well thought out infrastructure, and right.
So that side of things, I'm very confident in that. I wish I could show you the damn freaking blueprint, bro, of what I'm building right now. I could probably send that to you.
I mean, you're such a pioneer in my mind, because see, what makes someone what makes someone, like, what would turn someone into a billionaire or a trillionaire, and I figured it out. I literally, because I sat and thought about how wealthy people got wealthy my entire life, and I picked apart the minute details. And really, I looked at the people that became the wealthiest, and what they did is they were able to transition, like, they were able to go full blown into something when the masses just weren't even thinking about it, right? And that actually takes a lot of cojones. It takes a lot of moxie, because honestly, it could just take a lot of research. I tell everyone when I trade, it's research, conviction, and patience. I still hold Cardano. People could laugh at me, but you know why, though? I met Charles Hawkinson. I've looked him dead in the eye. Like, I've met him. I shook his hand. I spent a good 10, 20 minutes talking with him. And, I believe in that, in his project. And I believe what he's doing in Africa. And I think I'm holding something that could actually end up being something way bigger than people even realize. And so that's why, so I've done my research. I don't really care what happens to the price of Cardano. It doesn't really do anything to me. I've done my research. I have my conviction, you know? You've done your research. Like, you have your conviction now. Now you're willing to go way further. Like, I mean, to do what you've done is a lot of people wouldn't even, you spent substantial amounts of money into a space that at the same, no one knows yet if it's really going to be what we think it is. But at the same time, that's how you become a billionaire. Like, that's how people pierce veils and go to like, and it's not even about the money, but it's about setting a legacy and like going for what you want and becoming everything you want to be in life. And man, you have an ambition that impresses me. It's like behind the scenes almost more than it is at the forefront, which is awesome. Like, I had to see a lot of that to get to know you. And it's just amazing that, and it's always inclusive with you too. As a team, whenever we were together, never ever made me feel down. He even had a long-term employee, everyone, and like like he basically just met me and was still like super cool about it all. Like, he was just very like, and that was his first time in meeting him, and he was like, just such a like, it was just so this inclusiveness, this ability to give different tiers for everybody, and so everyone can get in, and for only 0.3 ETH. This is exciting to me. I understand it now. I see exactly what you're doing, what you're building. And so with a mint, is this just going to be a mint? And you're minting, I forget the blockchain you told me.
So we're minting on Ethereum. We are minting on Ethereum, right? But the pay is on Matic. I actually sent you a link in the DM and Telegram. That's going to show the actual blueprint of what I'm currently building on my estate, which is next to the other. There's 2 estates on top of Atari. I'm building my headquarters directly next to the Metropolitan estate. If you want to share that, we could go over that.
Is it the Millen node? Is that Millen node? Is that, or no? Is that...
Yeah. Don't worry. It's not a phishing link. You're probably saying, dude. No, I sent you that. It's good. That's from my builders, by the way. SANDBOX certified builders we got from SANDBOX.
So let's take a look at this real quick. This is interesting.
If you can, it's not a big deal.
And
right?
honestly,
I just want to show them visuals.
People don't realize what they're getting right now is gold. People are going to charge people $500 an hour to teach them this stuff, or and to
I
hire the
guarantee
people
you, man, when people see the type of money, like the cash flow that's coming in from this, they're going to FOMO in, and then the NFTs are going to be worth way more.
Adidas has a store, right? And Nike already has a store. Like, these companies already know, like, they're moving into digital footwear. Like, it's already been out there. Like, they're going in. Like, so
right. So here we go. Right. So this is my current estate that I'm building right now, the TCL headquarters. Now, what you're looking at is on the left there where Lifer's arrow is, that is actually the bird's eye view or the floor plan. If you worked in construction, you should know what I'm talking about. And on the right, it shows you at the smaller picture, that shows you the elevation plan if you were standing in front of it. Now, look, it's not going to look like that. This is just a drawing in terms of the actual aesthetics, but this is the concept and layout. Now, if we go to the left there, that bigger picture, right there, we got the convention center building on the top where I'm actually going to bring projects in who wants me to, if it's a good project, instead of like doing a live stream interview, I'm going to tell them to, hey, get your ass in the metaverse. We're going to charge you a new pitch to the people in my office space, 3D shared environment, right? So we're going to monetize that. We got a fashion show over there, right? So on SANDBOX's metaverse in the marketplace, there's a bunch of wearables. But if we have a 3D, say, storefront or fashion runway show, which, by the way, Decentralized just did a fashion week for 3 days doing the similar things that, was received really well, we could make some money from that as well. And wearables and skins is one of the biggest money-making things in gaming today, right? SANDBOX has a gamified feel. If we go to the all the way to the right on top there, right there, it's called the Metropolis. So on the same picture, Lifer, right there. So the Metropolis, those are the office spaces. I got 10 office spaces. I know some citizenship by investment program agencies that I was working with. They want to come and rent it out, right? Crypto lawyers, we're going to rent it out to them. So that's another income stream. At the bottom is just for leisure. Say we hit another 100x this year. We're going to say, hey, guys, instead of dropping Telegram gifts, meet me in the TCL Beach metaverse in SANDBOX. We're going to go chill out there and hang out, right? On the left now, the music club is at the bottom of my skyscraper, right? And that's where we're going to bring in the DJs and all the entertainment artists and musicians I already explained in the stream and charge them, their fans, NFTs tickets, right? Where we were doing the 60-40 cut, as I already explained. And on top of that, I have my meeting room with a glass floor that shows the entertainment section. And on top is my actual office where I could live stream YouTube from.
So you like go to sleep at night with sugar plum fairies in your head and you think of all these like crazy. Like, these are awesome. These are ideas of a madman. Like, these are amazing. Like,
Bro.
you know what I'm saying? They say you're either a genius or, you know, or you're
Exactly,
a madman,
right?
right? But the thing is, so you visualize the convention, the floor, and and then you have to hire coders to build these spaces,
Dude, it's
right?
real. It's not. It's builders, like SANDBOX certified builders. We searched for like about 12 different teams we spoke with, and yeah, we found the right guys. Fortunately, and they're certified. They won a contest in the summertime. They built a nice world, and SANDBOX awarded them the trophy for that. So
see, that's a business alone. I always say it's great to be at the forefront of a business, because what happens is you figure out the issues that everyone's going to go through beforehand, and then and then that's another packaged business. So like, once you get through all this and you successfully build a SANDBOX, you know, company, like, then people basically, you can outsource that to whoever needs similar services. And like, now you could be a go-to person. And as that grows, and they also said, as much as people found gold, Wells Fargo, right? They were the one, and Dick's Sporting Goods, they were the ones selling people the utensils and the tools, because at one point it dwindled off. There was no more gold. For 2 more years, people just kept buying shovels and going in when it was kind of done. So it's like, and those people made the most money. The people that sold the actual equipment to the people going to the gold, right? And it's similar to Binance, these exchanges, right? They dangle the Bitcoin and the idea you're going to get rich, and they're making all the money on the fees.
yes,
And
it's like
you know.
Apple phones. Like, whoever thought of the freaking phone case is a freaking multi-millionaire, right?
Yeah,
It's an accessory for the actual main product, and that's what this is. But it's really truly a business. And I feel as though, again, we need appreciation. Could take us one way. It's slow gains. If you have an income-producing asset that also appreciates,
Wait, you got the yacht marina. Wait, hold on. He's got the hold on. He's got the yacht marina. Everyone. He's got he's got the beach party. He's got the music club, the skyscraper, the gardens, the corporate office, 10 units for rent, the mansion, the underground VIP area. Like,
yeah, VIP. That's for my TCL holders, who's been with me for you know, a long time and been supporting me. We got some stuff to take care of there as well. But to your point, right, Lifer, you're saying it's either you're a genius or you're a madman, or you just kind of messed up. Well, it's the trendsetter, right? But this is the saying: smart mofos sound like crazy mofos to dumb mofos, right? Right? That's the saying there.
They do.
You gotta seek value into things before other people agrees that's valuable, or else that's the difference of you making 100x to 100%.
That goes back to my idea that, like, the people who become trillionaires, they're all in on something when the masses just can't even. And I learned, like, I started becoming like kind of seeing things more futuristically and like connecting myself to people that did that. And you kind of grow away from the It's weird, because then you'll go to like a regular place and you'll speak, and people will just look at you like, either they'll be offended by you because you'll sound pretentious because your ideas are just a little big. They're like, oh, this guy thinks so full of himself. Like, and it's like, you kind of put out that frequency, and then you bump into people that are either, they don't, like, they're higher than you. You're like a little P to them. They're like, oh, I own freaking 10 apartment buildings and I've already lived my dream. And they're like, oh, but they see themselves in you, and then they kind of mentor you too. So it's good to shine. It's good to be yourself. Anyone listening right now, one of my favorite admins in my group always talks about, and what he says every day, he says, light does nothing in the absence of eyes, right? Like you could turn on a light. So basically, if you don't shine in front of other people, then you might as well never shine. Like, illumination doesn't exist if other people can't see it, right? And then you don't do anything. I love this poem. It's by Emily Dickinson. She was an old poet from the 1800s. She died. No one knew her, but when they opened up and found her stuff, they found she was unreal. And she wrote a poem, A Certain Slant of Light. And I always think back to that. And it's about, all you need is a certain slant of light. Like, if it can squeak through the door, if it can get on in, then it can begin to grow and it can begin to build, you know?
Absolutely.
You were driving a freaking floor Zamboni. I was sitting on a night shift. I worked a night shift for 6 years of my life, popping in tapes, doing, you know, I was running media at a company. I was doing the up-resing and just people grouping footage and just things you wouldn't even know I was doing. And we both had a dream, though, and we both wanted to be somewhere else, and we both thought, you know what? And our mind took us to the next level. Our minds took us to the next level. Like, it's
almost like this, Lifer, you know, because we were trained a different way from our parents, from our schools, from our governments. Go, you know, work for a big company, get benefits, and make sure your pay is decent. You'll be set for life. I've seen my mother do exactly that, save their money, pay her bills on time, and she's still struggling. And I said, why are you struggling, Ma? Like, in my head, I'm like, is she playing by the same rules as everyone else, or what game are you playing? And when I realized that's not the way to do it, inflation, all these things, I've seen the secondary economy, which is crypto, and the same is true right now. Everybody already agrees, so like your audience and minds, right? And people in crypto knows this is the future, or it already is the future. Crypto, metaverse is like that at the beginning stages. You have to educate people about it so they could understand what's coming. And that's what I see myself doing here. The same things I was doing in the early phases with crypto, I'm doing that here with the metaverse to make people understand it in that way, and not what they already are, what they think they know, right? True knowledge is knowing how little you know, because there's always going to be something that comes about and it's like, holy shit, it changes the current state of things, right? This truly is a substantial platform shift. We are moving to an entirely new interface here. And the Metropolitans plan to get our market share, that's for sure.
Yeah. Yo, this is amazing, man. I think we kind of nailed it. Like, I think we hit life. We talked about breaking out. You answered like every single question. I feel,
I could take live questions from your. If you don't have time, it's okay. It's up to you. I don't mind taking live questions, or we can end it or carry on.
I don't
whatever.
live by the clock. I live by the energy that is in front of me. My wife doesn't like that. A lot of people I know don't either. But yeah, I try to. I'm all on time. But the world trains you to be an employee, not an entrepreneur. It's true. It's true. It's sad. Like, you go to school and they want you to. It's, so many of the things that you. It's even the mental mindset of becoming an independent thinker, and knowing that you have to think. Your mind is controlled by subconscious things and the things that they say. Like, you have to watch what you put in, If you just go to that phone and you let anything in. I made this beautiful video on my Instagram account, which right now is in a thing, but I had multiple employees signing in at once, and it got it blocked or banned or whatever because they were running it together. I'm going to have to figure out if anyone knows how to help me get it back. We're still working on it. But I put out a video, and I said, you're basically used to go to the library. Basically, knowledge used to come to the library. When I was a kid and I needed to know something, I asked my mom, and we went to the library. I knew what I wanted, and I went and found it. Mom, I have to do a report on the Vikings. Mom, I have to learn about, Thomas Edison. Mom, I have, And they didn't mention Nikola Tesla once in high school. I had to learn about him on my own and when I was 26 years old, and that's another story. But I went and found what I wanted through the tree of knowledge. Now they try to find your phone, algorithmically tie you in, and then bombard you with what they want you to see every day. So if you let that in, what will happen is your brain will just be coming. Basically, you'll be like, I saw the Instagram, I read the news, I watched 2 TikTok videos, I saw this YouTube, I saw the next YouTube, I got fed this, I got fed that. And by the end of the day, like, you haven't chosen what you want. And honestly, people don't realize that changes who you are. And over time, you're not who you are anymore. You're a bombardment of the energies and the things that have been thrown at you, I tell everyone you must go into nature once a week, twice a week, if you can every day. Thank God I live near a woods. I can just walk. And the point is, because when you go into nature, there's no ads at you. You see a bird, you feel a feeling, you touch a tree, and you reset. You realize that you need nature, and that what keeps you whole is the earth and not all these random things that they're throwing at you. And and what I like Telegram for is because you pick the rooms you want to join in Telegram. So like Telegram, you can join TCL's room, you could join my room, you could join a room on how to grow plants. You could, and you kind of go out. It's kind of like the old way. You go into the library and you pick out the book that you want. You don't get people putting their information onto you constantly, So
like what you were saying there, like for kids today with Fortnite, they don't understand how our generation, or not even ours, maybe our parents or something, or older brothers, pay $100 a month for a box, which is cable, to be told what to watch. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They don't get that.
Yeah,
so like what you were just saying there, you get to choose what you watch, right? You're not programmed just looking at what the broadcasting networks are feeding you. You choose what you get to watch, right? And that's the information that's going to really feed your, quench your thirst, so to speak, your burning desires. Speaking of chats and all that, we do have the Metropolitan chat I sent to you in your Telegram. If you want to share that with your people, they could join. For those who are interested, I could just go over the benefits here. I don't think I really went over them. So again, if you're now joining, we have 3 tiers here. The executives, which is going to give you the most pay or profits from rental office space, music concerts, NFT galleries, which is a big thing. We could rent that space out as well. All of these income producing things, right? If you saw the blueprint, you know what we're talking about there. I have a TED Talk sort of platform as well. Project will pitch to us. We charge them. Okay. You're getting a unique SANDBOX 3D avatar, which is a project in itself. Right. So that beats any crypto art NFT out of the water, because it's a 2D picture. This is a 3D programmable avatar that's going to represent you in SANDBOX's metaverse. It goes to left, right, everything. That's utility. Okay. And it's SANDBOX.
Wait,
Yeah.
I can post the
go ahead.
SANDBOX Metropolitan Business License NFT chat. Is that okay?
Yes, sir.
I always want to, whenever I post a link, I always want to make sure I'm like,
Yes, that's it. No, I don't blame you. Also, I didn't mention, you guys will get first dibs on our second phase development, where I'm going to be charging corporations this, and it's not an NFT. They're going to be paying us, right? So you guys could get a 15% discount on that. Rights to pass a proposal, which you could get paid. So any business that you bring to the community, we will reward you from the treasury individually. So this incentivizes individuals now to go on, help the community grow in terms of business and cash flow. After minimum of 2 years, you guys get to sell the land with the cash flowing business on top of it as well, if it's voted upon. And also we have other votes as well.
Hopefully no one will want to sell that land, because it's such a good investment. You're like, I wouldn't want to sell that to anybody, Yeah,
but again, if you look at I have to go back to this. If you look at the current market right now, there's no NFT project doing this kind of stuff, man. And if they are, they're not, their motives aren't pure. This is a guy that's been there for half a decade, right? With countless, look, dude, we hit 5 100Xs in 5 months last year, right? I've hit 100X every single year I've been in crypto, and now I'm coming my own project. So now it's a guy that's, put time and energy into this space. He's reputable. He has a good track record, and this type of project blows everything else out of the water. So this is what we're talking about here, guys. Yeah. So appreciate the opportunity, Lifer. And for the audience that are watching us, we do, you're more than welcome to join the Metropolitan chat to find out more information on how this would work. This is early access, by the way. We're only reaching out to our partners like Lifer and others on YouTube, and a couple other Telegram chats as well. And then after that, we're going to go full force marketing. And, that's where people will see what we're about. And we're very proud of what we have here. And I'm sure those who understand it will be proud as well.
Thank you so much, man, for reaching out, for coming through on the channel, and just for being an awesome person. I appreciate it. I'll catch you. I'll talk to you, as we do throughout the couple of days, and I'll be in the Metropolitan group as well. I just joined it, man, so I'm excited.
Awesome.
Or the Metropolitan.
Keep up the hard work, man, and hey, man, you're going to surpass me right now on YouTube. That's how good you're doing, man. So keep it up, bro. And as I say, man, at the top of this live stream, you are indeed one of the hardest workers in this space when it comes to your content, and I appreciate that too.
Thank you very much, because I think at the end of the day, as a human being, we all just want to be recognized, man. You're the man, dude.
That's it.
Have a great day.
That's it.
Be safe.
That's it. Okay, Lifer, appreciate it. Cheers.
One love. Amazing, right? Unbelievable. That was awesome. Let me just try it. I'm going to rework my screen now. I got so much going on here. That was awesome. Unbelievable. I'm going to get right back into the grind here. As you can see, I am, as he said, the hardest working guy in here. So we're not done working. We're going to pump it up right now. It is 12. I got to go to 12:30. I got a half an hour to movement here. GMT pumping as suggested. We just talked about it at the beginning of the stream. It was the one coin that I liked. I said it was my trade of the day. We picked back up right where we left off, which is pretty hilarious. GMT, look at that. Boom, boom, boom. Let me get this image off. You're going to find me somewhere again. I'm going to be able to kind of get myself into the zone here. If I jump back up, there I am. Swing myself on over, and we're ready to rock. I think I can even get that ticker back on up. If I move it, man, I'm a whiz with this Streamlabs OBS. Let me get it. Where's my crypto ticker? Come on, ticker. Crypto ticker. There you are. All right. Oh, so you're there. Wait, no, you're not there. Should be there. Where are you, crypto ticker? Let's see here. Where are you? Okay, so, oh, I get why. I know why. Wait, we got you. What? We got you. We got the crypto ticker, and then we'll get the music back on, and we'll be back right where we started, like it never, ever happened. Shout out to everybody here on the live. That was awesome, though. Like, I thought that was impressive. Like, I mean, to see someone entrepreneur the metaverse like that, that's hustling. Like, that's true believing in yourself. That's amazing. I find that ultra fascinating, like ultra fascinating. So I hope you like that as much as I did. I know everyone comes to me just to look at the charts and they just want to pick the brain, but at the same time, that was impressive stuff. And it inspired me. I hope it inspired you. So, you know, not a huge gain though, but already up in GMT starting to move. Look, the 4 hours pushing to the upside. The 1 hour is pushing to the upside. It got the initial movement up. We already had this in the cup and handle suggesting it would push up. It's about to hit the target of that cup and handle. Stepping at 350, and now it's getting some legs here. And look, yeah, I mean, the 15-minute. Now what we're looking at is I never chased a green candle. What you want to see is this thing make a flag, maybe bounce off the retest, Eventually, it will get high in the stochastics RSI. Wait for that to come on down, and then we're going to be getting lovely in there. So thank you so much for adding the value to the stream today. Anytime. I know nothing except the fact of my own ignorance. Today is a good day. Shout out to Michael Pa. Shout out to everyone here. Very appreciated. That was great. What was his name again? The Crypto Lifestyle. Check him out at The Crypto Lifestyle. That's his YouTube channel, The Crypto Lifestyle. Check him out. Check him out. Just trying to get that ticker going. I can get that ticker going in a second. Thank you for everyone who stuck through with me there. Yeah, that was my old setup there. It's crazy. I got a lot of layers I'm going to have to clean up later, but that was awesome. That was awesome. We got through it together and we nailed it. I'm obsessive compulsive, so I'm probably, even though I say I'll wait, I'll have to move the ticker into place. I just want everything to be right, you know. We went over this last night of how I was going to transition the screen live into a more a nicer looking interview setup, and I had a lot of anxiety over the night about it, just like setting it up and getting it going. But there you go. There's the crypto ticker, and then I just have to move the ticker into the space. And oh, sorry about that. And there we have it. We're ready to rock. Bang. Okay. GMT still continuing to move. 355. Now the thing's getting legs on legs. Sad to say, I probably would have entered that trade had I not done the interview, but it is what it is. That's also, look, I mean, I know people don't believe me and they think I make a cup and handle out of everything, but you have to see, I mean, that is a cup with a handle on it. Like, you see that? That's a cup. That's a handle. It exploded. Cup and handles absolutely explode. That's what they do. Huge move to the upside for Steppen. Now it's banging on them. I mean, this is the only trade we talked about. I said it was my trade of the day, did I not? At $6, at 6.5%, up already in less than an hour, 15 minutes even. So we went over this. This is the only thing I would have traded today. Everything else looked pretty dismal. And bang, bang, bang. I could walk away with 6% today and call it a good day. You don't have to be too greedy, right? Everyone wants to make a 15x every single day, but it doesn't happen like that. My goodness, I'm hyped right now. It's just about super chat time. My goodness. That's insane. I don't know about that. I didn't think today was going to be one of those days because I was like, I knew I was going to sacrifice. Drop the G, man. You funny, man. Drop the G. Faha, fohe. You're hilarious. I love you. Let's take a look. Let's take a look at what else we see happening in the markets. Let's take a look at the world markets. Let's take a look at the Dow Jones. Make sure we're on top of the game here. DXY. We'll also probably export that and get it out as a similar video by itself, you know. Michael Paul, make it rain, baby. I love you being here so much. Thank you for being in my life via this group. You inspire. Unbelievable. People just, you know, I'm telling you, just hang out with the lifer. You will get inspired. Inspirational people hang out with me all the time. They inspire me, and it just keeps growing. As your vibration grows, you vibrate higher and higher and higher. You keep vibrating with other people that vibrate at a very high frequency, and it gets to the point where it's just like, it can even get intense if you change frequencies too fast. I know you think I'm bugging out, but I'm dead serious. You start changing frequencies too fast, it can be intense for the body and mind. Like, it's like, whoa, like, I feel myself changing in many, because you're changing as, like, it's an internal process, and then you're never the same. And it's pretty intense. Bitcoin, 39,000, pumping back up to the upside. Pretty interesting, right? And that's what, remember I said, like, it's back in the channel now, and you could still see it pump back to the upside if you're low on the stochastics, and they pump back up. They're just playing with these leverage traders. That's what they're doing. Again, we kind of had it in the, kind of in a cup and handle for Bitcoin, which is crazy. I don't try to put everything in a cup and handle. I have just obsessive compulsive disorder, and if I see a cup and handle, I'm going to put it in one. It's kind of it, I don't know if I have full-blown OCD, but I have some type of tick that makes me do something to the exact detailed result, If I don't do it, I'll think about it for days. Like, I got into GMT trade at the beginning of the live, up 17% thus far. My man David banging on him. Love you, David. If you want a TA on currencies, send in the super chats. Any questions, send them in. Fire, fire, fire. I'm hyped right now. It's just about super chat time. And there you have it. So could Bitcoin surpass and move to the upside? $500 being blessed to be a blessing. Dude, I can't believe this. Every day. Just come on, Michael Pa. You're unbelievable. Thank you so much, Michael. This one's for you, baby. Woo. Woo. $500 super chats coming across that screen. And I bet somehow the alert doesn't go across now. And look, I don't have the jar. Let me get the jar up. Everything's a mess today. NFA back up. Oh, yeah, you don't see it because the way something wrong with the screens, the way I did it yesterday. So, like, now I have to move these back up. Now I got to sit and do a bunch of work today when I get off this. I have to do a bunch of, studio OBS work now. And just, like, layering and making sure the layers are correct. And yada, yada, yada. You know, not financial advice here. Everything you see here is not financial advice. All right. Thank you so much for the $500 super chat. That's unbelievable. It's like unreal. Like, it's crazy. Like, you're the man, dude. Like, can I wash your car in the morning? Funny, you know. I just feel like I'm a humble guy, man. I came from humble beginnings, and like, you know, I'm not used to someone throwing me $500 every day. And I don't want it to stop. So Michael, don't make it stop. I love making it rain. It's just unreal. Like, it's unreal. Thank you very much. Like, from the bottom of my heart, from my family to yours, that's very, very, very insane. It's very nice of you. Thank you. It's not insane. I shouldn't even use that word. It's very nice. Because some people are insane, and I don't mean to be derogatory. Thank you, Michael. He's over-flattered. Sean Black, man, I can't take it anymore, Sean. If you want any TA on currency, send in the super chats. All super chats are free for the day. Here it comes. I know, right? Michael Pa, man. Thank you, Michael. Much appreciated, my friend. Much appreciated. Let me see if I can replay this so it comes out. There it is. I can at least get this coming, and I can get you to drop them balls in the jar, baby. Drop the balls in the jar. Bang, bang, bang. Appreciate you. Thank you. It's awesome. Yeah, so the haircut is what it is. I'm not a fan of it. I'm going to have to get through it. I'm just going to have to get through the haircut. It is what it is, right? It's going to be tough for the next few days, but, you know, it happens. Maybe I could wear a hat like Jordan Cameron. You know what I'm saying? You never know. Like, but we'll go from there, right? Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for being here. Appreciate each and every one of you. Morning, Sam. Was wondering if you can touch on the cake pools. Oh, we got to talk about the cake pools. We never got to fully talk about the cake pools. Scotty Swing asked about them yesterday. Scotty, thank you for bringing that up. Shout out to Michael Benitez. Thank you so much. Michael B.A., I have a student loans if you want to help out. Teachers don't get paid much. Mr. Hart teacher, man. You know, see, you got to live your dreams and really push out and breach out above the, you know, and people will see you and shine on you, man. And they'll see you shine and they'll just want to shine on you. You just be like, yo, let me shine on this guy. Let me just, you know, like, look at the total market cap. It's on the daily here, right? And you can see right now, we're getting rejected by my resistance point. We fell below the resistance point here at $175 trillion, 178. We're battling now. We're battling. We did bounce off this, I call it mini resistance, because look, resistance, and resistance there, and we bounced off that resistance. And so far, a nice bounce at 1.71, and not too shabby, you know. One of your haters must be Carl the Moon. Oh, someone said that on another thing. Why would someone say that? Did he say anything about me? Or I don't know why someone wrote that. Oh, my, I lost the pocket square, right? Everyone wants to know how to do a pocket square. A little quick trick. Take the fist, make a circle, put it flat, poosh it in, poof it, kind of get it, flour it out, make it look kind of nice, just round the bottom, and just shove it on in there. And then give it a little bit of like a widening out if you need to, and like you're good to go. Like, not much thing. And you could also do the fold and the triangle and keep it square, but like for the most part, winging it is the best, man. And just go with how you feel. Don't let anyone make you feel that you have to do anything for them. Go with how you feel, you know? We're seeing some bullish divergence on the daily time frame. What is that? Well, you see that this is not as sharp as a downtrend. Actually, maybe an uptrend. We're gonna double check. It's still a downtrend. That's why you zoom in. But compared to this, that's such a sharper downtrend. I'll call that Class B bullish divergence. Definitely Class B bullish divergence. MACD also trying to make a bit of a turn. It's not my favorite indicator. I'm not going to go on that. But just showing some signs of the pink showing and the blue getting that line. Getting a bit of a turn here on the stochastics RSI. Can the total market cap break out of this, get back in? It's trying to get back into this. See, what they did is they broke it down. That's a bearish retest right there. You don't get back in right there. That's a bearish retest. You could dump from this. So, see, like, it tried to get back in, and it could be dumping here. So, very, very crazy day here. To me, the 1 hour, I go by stochastics. It still says there's more room to the downside, right? I've been vaulted And so have you. Oh, yeah, man. I just saw the super chat from yesterday. It's funny. Much respect to you and yours, man. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Okay. So, I mean, what do I see happening for today? It's an iffy day. I'll be honest with you, everybody. It's an iffy day. Like, I kind of say that we're in this channel right now, right? We're in this little bull flag that we attempting to break out from. At the same time, like, what's more likely to happen is, I mean, this 15 minutes going to roll over on us. We get rejected by this, and this is going to head down again like a slanted Bart Simpson in a way. The daily and the fact that we did breach this trend line, like, you cannot deny that. Like, you know, that's what kind of got the whole short system going in the first place. So, in my mind, if we can't get back in this trend, we're going to see some issues. Like, Bitcoin's going to drop. You know, measured move is, this is a bear flag, right? You just got to look at it that way. Shoulder, head, and a shoulder now. That's definitely a head and shoulder. The bigger idea is this. This is a long pull. That's, you know, all you Elliott wave traders, that is the wave. And that could bring you back to the 30K lows. Not saying it's guaranteed. You'd also have to break through this resistance, this support here at 37, and this support here at 34,000, 35K, and then also, but then you'd be back to kind of sweeping the 30K lows, which we've been talking about for a long time. Doesn't mean it's going to happen, but we've gone over it over and over again. 39,200, Bitcoin struggling, but trying to get back above it. Today, I really wouldn't trade Bitcoin or much else. Like I said, I swung trade GMT. I would really take that 6, 8, 10% and walk away for the day. Like, today is an iffy day. It's a Wednesday. It's iffy. Also, everyone, my weekly screen share, I'm going to have to move it to tomorrow. My weekly screen share, I'm going to have to move it. I'm going to have to move it to tomorrow. So weekly screen share is tomorrow, everybody, at 6:30. Tomorrow at 6:30, all right? Just so everybody knows, and we're on the same exact pahina, right? Misma pahina. GMT with a nice 30 candle pump. Trending resistance at the moment. But Stokes want to fly on the hour and the 30-minute time frame. Then I let the Stokes go until the Stokes tell me to get out. Take your crypto journey to the next level with instant access to the trading group, beginner's course, and a DeFi course. Hit the link and join, or the email Discord. Hit the email to my Discord. And actually, I think only I can post the link for whatever reason. Okay, let me copy this link. Everyone, I'm posting the link to the Telegram group right here. Jump on in there. I'm also going to pin it here so you guys can check it out. But definitely join that Telegram group. Get yourself into the Metropolitan Business License chat. Ask questions. Get immersed. Find out what's going on. Check out what's going down, everybody. You will be pleasantly surprised, and you'll be part of another beautiful group of people. Just an extension of the lifers to the lifestyle kids. And you'll love it. It'll be awesome. So jump on into that. It'll be a beautiful time. 39K. Pretty cool that we're back above 39K, though. You know, that was an issue. You know, we couldn't seem to break through that zone. This is going to be resistance here, right here, you see? So we got to get above 39K. However, the 1 hour suggests nay. The 7 minutes about to tank on you, too. So suggest we're just going back and forth here for a while. Sideways action. I would just watch Bitcoin for a bigger support to break or hold. So, again, like we said before, go to the daily time frame, right? And I'm going to be watching that 1 hour and see how low it takes us. But the probability to me says we're going down to 37,000, you know? Once we get there, I'll reassess the situation. And if we break that, we could be going down to 34. And honestly, if we go to 30K, I will not be surprised. If we go to 29,005, I will not be surprised. So don't be surprised either, everybody. Have a plan. Be ready, you know? Am I shorting the market right now, then? And if I think it's going to go down, am I going to short the market? Well, let's take a look at the short. Let's see how it's feeling. Let's see what's going down. Now, the daily's getting a little extended on the short, and we couldn't get above resistance. It's interesting. All right. 4 hour does have some room, though. Like, suggests that this short may break out. A lot of wickage. So 4 hours also an indecision because, look, this could roll over on you at any moment and dump. And Bitcoin could pump. Like, it says it wants to continue to the upside. Take a look at the 15-minute. And we could actually, we're coming back down to the sweet spot. And that actually is, you know, it's interesting. But honestly, I had a surprisingly good day of trading on Monday, which I didn't think would happen. Woke up yesterday, some gains with Steppen. Steppen's popping now. So, like, You know, especially when the market's iffy like this, I have a few good moves. Like, I don't push it. It's humble. Humble trading keeps you around for a long time, right? There's a chance this short does want to break out of this. It's a bit of a descending triangle, though, and that could break on down to the downside. I'm not too happy. The short could break out. I'm showing it to you, and if you it's up to you if you take that risk, but I personally don't want to short Bitcoin right now, and I don't want to long it either. I'm going to wait, LOL, getting a small move. We'll see how the 4-hour time frame finishes. I vote screen share for every Thursday. Wednesday night is Bible study, unpaid mechanic. Interesting. We could move it to Thursday. It's just I have around the blockchain on Thursday, so that makes me like, but then I have 5 to 6 around the blockchain, or 5 to 5:30. They've been cutting it to 5:30. That gives me an hour break, and then I can do the weekly screen share from 6:30. You know what? Why not? I already have to be home for the screen share anyway, so it's a day that my family can't go anywhere and stuff. So I try to couple those things together, especially for the summer months. So if we want to go to the beach or do anything, right? If I want to do anything with the family, or my kid wants to go play tennis outside or whatever, I want to be a dad, then I can basically, So yeah, you know what? We might move it to Thursday. We might move the weekly screen share officially to Thursday, everybody. It's been proposed by Unpaid Mechanic. I'm taking a look into it. He also goes to Bible study. This other guy also goes to Bible study right here. GRT. I thought you were him. I was like, do you have 2 different names? GRT PB? I was like, wait, I know another guy who does Bible study on Wednesday. I thought it was you. So funny. So we're getting rejected here. We could keep pushing up to the upside. If you go by strictly the measured move, it does say that there's more to go. It says that Bitcoin should get all the way up here. The total market cap should get to 1.8 trillion. And that's Bitcoin too. This looks just like Bitcoin, everybody. Let's take a look at the Dow. It was green on the futures, and it held up 400 points in the move back to the upside. And we kept saying that it wasn't a falling wedge that would eventually make our move back up. I thought it would move from there. It did not. Look at the squiggly wiggly. It just kept getting pressured down to the downside. The Dow did try to break back up. Where is it going now? It's overbought. It's iffy. It's in a downtrend right now, and to me, that's a downtrend. I mean, considerably. You can see that it's going to make a lower high here on the 1 hour. Let's take a look at the daily time frame. Is there any chance that this thing can crawl back from the dead? I mean, the daily suggesting that it's bottomed and it's going to bounce back up. Can it bounce up and break on out? The Dow would have to break above 35,367 to beat this trend, because that would make it a higher high above this high, and that could be the beginning of an uptrend. That's how trend analysis works. You need to make sure you make a higher high, or you're back in the ground. It's not going to be, you're going to be dumping in the dump. Looks is pumping. Remember, we went over looks yesterday. Let's take a look at looks. USDT, right? Looks rare. And I think we actually liked something about it. Did we not? We were like, all right. Well, it was very close to the bottom. It was in a bit of a cup and handle, right? It looks like it went a little lower from when we first looked at it, or either that or that got shifted. Very rare I would get in at that top point, but let's see. Double bottom. Definitely didn't get stopped out, though. That we can contrive. But from what we see here, yeah, I mean, I like this coin. It was hot. The daily, right, was good. It was in our face. Nothing on the daily. Let's see the 4 hour. There's an alert on the short now. 4 hour wants to rip for you. Interesting. This thing may make a bit of a move. Very high risk trading today, though. Like very, very high risk. Trading is extremely high risk. So I'd be very careful. Very, very careful. Okay. Okay. ETHBTC. Let's take a look at ETHBTC. ETHBTC kind of runs the show when it comes to altcoins. Okay. But I just say hello to everyone in the beginning of the stream, so it's a message for everyone. No one missed out. And I'm sorry about the profanity, but it's all right. I mean, I didn't want to stop him, and it's all good. Like, it's cool. I wasn't gonna be like, he wasn't using it he wasn't using it in an excited manner. Like I felt like it was, I'm not gonna be too, it was, I don't know. I'm not trying to be the guy that judges everybody's move, man. I do what I do. You guys know what I'm about, and it's cool, Good info, nice job. Thank you, Michael Paul, man. You're the man, dude. What does your Magic TA say for Hex? My Magic TA. Let's take a look at Hex. USDC on Uniswap. They got it on BitGet now for USDT. Interesting. BitGet usually has like the weirdest projects, though. Like, it's the weirdest place. It has the weirdest people promoting it. They tried to get me a bunch of times. I was like, nah, I'm all set. If I'm going to show myself, I'm going to show myself on Bybit the right way. Like all the other good shills. I'm just saying. It's the Cadillac of shills, man. If I'm going to show myself, I'm going to show myself at the Sheraton, at the Sheraton of shills, you know? The Bybit, you know? I'm going to show myself at the Four Seasons of shilling. Bybit. I'm not going to show myself at some second-rate shill service. I don't judge. Thank you, Unpaid Mechanic. People may buy Hex for the Pulse Chain airdrop. Interesting, they might. I already got into, I sacrificed, how do you even get your, I sacrificed Pulse Chain a long time ago. I don't even know how I get it. I don't even know, like, where it is. Times to exit the GMT trade. Wow, did it bang on them that hard. So, look, this is Hex. Hex is in an uptrend, right? You see that? An uptrend. Also, if we go to the daily time frame, let's see if we can pick up on some hidden bullish divergence. No, swing up to swing up. No, it doesn't swing up. The 4-hour had a little bit of hidden bullish, though. This swings to the upside. The RSI swings to the downside. You also have some bullish divergence there. Swing down to swing down. That's a sharp swing up right there. Gives you your bottom period. You bounce back in. Hex set like it wanted to bounce off 1070. It's down at 1410 now, and it did break out of the channel. Look at that. I think the airdrop is getting excited. There was a heavy resistance here. If it can break above that. So for me, the safe idea for Hex is it comes out and it bounces. I would like to get in on the bounce. That's personally where I would like to be looking for Hex, on the bounce, right? So, and there you have it, man. And there you have it. And then rejection here at this point, rejection here at the next point, right? Flatline. So this is very, very interesting. Hex could move, and you could see the measure to move up to 1894. That's just what they say. That's just what the TA says. It's not what I'm saying. Again, the high 4-hour stochastic and the RSI would tell me that it wouldn't be the best time to get in, and it actually may reset, bounce off this zone. You may get a retest off this. It may break back into the pattern and go bearish. Bitcoin may dump, and this go and you could see it all the way down to the dumps. Yeah. Why are you saying that? Come on, man. It's like, I can't teach people how to, like, I can't teach anyone anything. Like, there's no OPSEC in anything in life, you know? But if you're like me, man, you're always on point. You're sniffing out a strudel in a heartbeat. You know what I'm saying? What is the best time to get out of the trade? Is it when the 15-minute is turning down or the 1 hour? You know, you're going to find that out yourself. You can learn from me and I'll teach you, right? You're going to find that out yourself. It depends on how much money in the trade and depends on how fast the trade has been moving for you. The trade moves really fast and bangs on them. I tend to want to use the 15. Look at that trade, bro. Like, look at that trade. Like, I called this at the beginning of the stream. This was my trade of the day, and like, bang. I'm really pissed because I was going to put $8,000 on it and make $800. Easy peasy. I was just going to keep taking out a step in. It was my money trade. I got distracted by the interview, I have to admit. So the only thing about being a trader and knowing you can pull money out of the market is when you get distracted, you lose money because you know that you can make money on any given day. Like, that was going to be an $800 day for me. Easy. And look, the 1 hour is just getting started. You know you're going to get a pullback here on the 15 at one point. Like, so what, you know what I mean? But look at that. What a trade. Shout out to anyone that took the trade. I started the live stream. Like, this is hilarious. But look, if we go back here to the beginning of the live stream, this is awesome. It's just proven that if you come here, you don't waste your time. If you come to the live stream, you do not waste your time ever for any reason, you know. Timestamps will be in like the second the video ends, you know. But look, we start the live stream and we got into Bitcoin. I would have sworn I was in stepping first though, right? So we know we got into Bitcoin a little bit. I just want to see this, like, stayed on Bitcoin, EXRD. Right here, I'm like, this is my trade of the day, right? Right before I left, I'm like, this is my trade of the day, right here. Look at this. This is crazy. Crazy stuff on my face. You left like gook on my face, man. This is so crazy. I was shaving my face. I just felt like a gel on my cheek. For coming up. So look, I'm looking at GMT. Look how nice this thing can go. Last time it did a very similar nice move to. Am I a psychic or something? Like, this is crazy to me. Bang, bang. Am I psychic? All right, everyone. Am I psychic? We're gonna get TC out in the building. Am I psychic? Like I said that, I left and did the interview. Forgot to enter my trade. It's like I didn't even, and everyone's like, oh, he pumping, like I didn't even pump and dump. I forget to get in my own trade. It's so sad. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's crazy, man. And I don't do that, just so everyone knows. It's not my thing, and I've never been like that. But look at that. Damn, man, 11.89%. And then the 15-minute is spent. When the 15-minute gets that high, I'm usually exiting the trade because the 15-minute's going to do its thing and come back down. Now what you're going to see is a bit of a flag or some type of sideways action before you can get back in. And the 21-day moving average is going to have to creep back into price. And then that's going to boom, and there's your next move to the upside. That's highly likely to occur. I think this will hit maybe the target to go bigger because the 1 hour has so much momentum left. When you see a giant candle on such a small movement on the 1 hour, I mean, that's substantial. Look at the size, look at the volume that came in on that. I mean, that's huge volume, right? So you broke volume nodes. You just came in hard, blasted to the upside. And, like, we don't even have that many people watching my channel, honestly. So I believe this is TA because, like, only 200 people saw that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. So can Bitcoin survive? Plus an interview. I believe Bitcoin will survive. I keep buying Bitcoin regardless. It does not matter. But again, everyone, unbelievable. I'm going to be wary of the day. We're going to watch coins here throughout the day. I got to jump on out of here. But everybody, gains on gains. We hit it during the live. So we already made gains today on the live stream. Michael Pa came through and blessed the family. Like, I can't believe it. It's another beautiful, beautiful day. It's beautiful outside. Can you look at OCC USDT on the daily reversal? I remember you brought that up yesterday. You're all over that thing. Let's take a look at it. And lifer charts here. And, like, that's 11% in, like, an hour on the live stream. I mean, that's amazing. That's absolutely amazing. I'm just upset I didn't make any money on that trade. Like, but whatever. It is what it is. It is what it is. I forgot to enter the trade, man. I forgot to enter the trade. Looked beautiful to me, too. I was like, a lot of times, everyone, you guys ask me about TA or I do TA, and I see it in real time. Like, you see me see it, and I'm like, oh, there it is. Because as a trader, you eventually recognize the time where you like to enter trades, right? You eventually pick actual points in time where you enter a trade. That takes a lot of time to learn. New car for me and still more to come. That's amazing, man. KNC paid off. My goodness. Yeah, Kyber Network, man. Let's take a look at Kyber Network. And it was also on KuCoin, right? Wow, look at that. It just got onto KuCoin today. That's why. So it gets into KuCoin and it goes up blasting to the sky like Kyber Network. KNC gets it got a KuCoin, and that's the thing. If you're in my trading group, you would have known that was getting added to KuCoin. And how would you have known that, right? Look, we started to get into KNC down here. This is crazy. Like when it was $3. Kyber Network just has been on a tear of tears. Look at that. There's always a coin to make money out. There's always an opportunity, everybody. There's always an opportunity. Like, that's the thing I got to point out all the time, you know. This thing is down in the dumps. It's trying to reverse. It's holding this level. If it breaks this, look for it to come down even lower, possibly to 80. 91 OCC. Can it break back up? Let's take a look. The 1 hour suggests that it is trying to hit a low and do like a higher low on that stochastic. Put this down here. This is like missing my zone here. You're flipping on the 4 hour, highly likely to break up. That's a good sign. And what's up with that daily? Daily, yeah, it does want to reverse. It's fighting reversal here. Previous support. If it breaks this, though, it's definitely going to come to the 80-cent region, and then it could even double bottom all the way back to 57. So just be careful. Anything could happen. Just be careful, you know. Just be careful, okay? Okay. All right, everyone, thank you so much for being here. Please comment, like, and subscribe. Hit the bell for notifications so you can find out when I post my next video. Remember, if you came to the channel, then you're already doing the right thing. I appreciate each and every one of you for being here, and I love you all. Live in love, live with God, do the right thing, and all will be well in your life. Thank you, everyone, for supporting me. Thank you, everyone, for being here. I'll be in the Discord. I'll be in the groups, and I'll keep you guys informed throughout the day. We banged on them already to the upside. We also informed you about a beautiful project. I'm super excited about it, and things are going to do very, very well. So shout out to everybody here. I love you all, and I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful time. Have a great day, and I'll see you guys in the next live stream. Be safe. Put that music up, some goodbye music, I guess, to keep it moving, right? Oh. That's too loud. Look, this house is right here. I like that. Thank you so much for sticking with me all this time, no matter what, everyone. And thank you for being there with me. And please pray for me at all times to keep the devil away from me, please, because there's always devilish forces trying to take me out, and I don't know why. But I love you all, and have a wonderful day. Be safe. Be safe.